Other than still no Jared McCann as far as I'm aware. Anyway, I haven't seen anything. But yeah, no Jared McCann still for the Kraken. Obviously for the Avalanche, no Nichushkin still, and no Cogliano coming. He did come back in the third period, but had an X-ray and found a fractured neck, so he will not be playing in Game 7 or going forward for the Avalanche if there is a forward for them past Game 7. So, fortunately for the Kraken, at least Eberle still in the lineup. No discipline there from the league. Obviously, not a good hit from Eberle, just as the Makar hit was not a good one. Different hits, both pretty terrible hits to have there from either player. Neither one's a dirty player, so again, I think you have to just kind of move on, and it is what it is now. Put it in the past, and the Kraken are in a do-or-die game here in Game 7 after falling in Game 6. But again, road team has won 4 of the 6 games so far in this series. And if you're the Kraken on the road, especially with how the road has treated the Kraken so far this season and having won 2 of 3 so far in Colorado, not a bad place to be, necessarily. Game time is set for 6:30, but I haven't checked it in a bit. I bet they've already pushed. Nope, still says 6:30. Oh! The Florida Panthers tied it up late. It's 3-3 going into OT in that first game. First game of the evening. Only the 2 games today. There's only 3 series left. There's Boston, Florida, which is now going to OT of Game 7, and oh my goodness, if we get to OT with this game. If we get to OT of this game, I don't know. It's gonna be some high heart rates if we get to Game 2 of this, or get to OT of Game 7 here. But yeah, there's the Kraken in Game 7, Florida, Boston going to OT in Game 7, and then New Jersey, New York are also Game 7. That happening tomorrow. So then I don't think there's any games scheduled. Yeah, they haven't even started scheduling the second round yet, so at least they haven't. I'm sure they've begun scheduling it, but they haven't released any schedules, we'll put it that way. But yeah, welcome in. Kraken looking to join, at least in the West, looking to join the Dallas Stars on this side of the bracket, as well as on the Pacific end of things, the the Oilers and Golden Knights, both advancing as the favorites in those series. Let's go Kraken, absolutely. Good to see Riley in here. KJ in here as well. KJ Bren. Fastest Gamer 242 in here as well. Who's my favorite Kraken player? I don't know. That's such a hard one to answer. It varies from time to time. Obviously, guys that are always up there. You like the guys that are always. Everyone always likes the guys that score goals, like Matty Beniers and Jared McCann, although he's unfortunately not able to play. Yanni Gord is always, I think, a consistent favorite too, and I think Yanni Gord plays. I don't think it's a stretch to say, and everyone knows it plays such an important role for this team, just from a leadership perspective, if nothing else. So those guys definitely stand out. Eberle's always been a guy that I like a lot as well. Obviously, not going to be particularly popular in Colorado tonight. I would expect that he gets a similar treatment from the Colorado fans that Makar got in Seattle, which will not be a surprise. Because, you know, even if Cogliano isn't as important to the Avalanche as McCann is, it's still, you know, one of their guys going down. And when it comes to playoffs like that, that's what happens. You have even if it's accidental, you have a hit like that hurts an opposing player, you're gonna hear it from their fans. Just how the playoffs work. And yeah, I'd almost be surprised if we don't hear the boo birds out when Eberle touches the puck. So should be getting going here in a little bit. Still says a 6:30 start on ESPN, but that might get the last 2 times it's gotten pushed back to 650, and with Florida Boston going to OT, I wouldn't be surprised if that happens again. Unfortunately, Coachella Valley lost to Colorado's AHL affiliate, the Eagles, 1-0. So that series now a 2-1 lead for the Eagles. Here we are in Game 7. Yep. Let's get that win and get the trip to Dallas. Absolutely. Absolutely. And hey, you know what? I'm not going to, you know what? Knock on wood. Don't want to jinx anything. But so far, the only series that I haven't, the bracket that I made, this isn't what I said, obviously, in like the season preview and up to this point. I've said that if I had to bet on it, I would have said Colorado in 6, which obviously can't happen anymore. But when I made my bracket for like the NHL.com bracket challenge and all that, I did kind of a mix of what I thought would happen and what I wanted to have happen. A little healthy balance there. So I did end up, just because I didn't want to pick against the Kraken in the first round, I ended up picking the Kraken in 7. And for what it's worth with that bracket, so far, the only series that I haven't gotten right down to the game the team wins in is the Boston-Florida series, because I picked Boston to win that one in 5. And in that bracket, I picked the Kraken to win in 7. So I've already gotten, I picked Dallas in 6, got that right. I picked Vegas in 5, got that right. Picked Edmonton in 6, got that right. Picked Carolina in 6, got that one. And then I had the Rangers winning in 7, which they'll play Game 7 tomorrow. And then, yeah, Boston in 5. Oh, and I had the Leafs in 6. I know. I got bold and picked Toronto to win a first round, but Leafs in 6, and I got that one. So I did have Boston in 5. They go into OT, so they still have a chance to win it in 7. Honestly, I'd kind of rather Florida win that series, but it would destroy that bracket, and I think a lot of people's brackets if Florida wins that series. So as far as the bracket's concerned. Anyway, so knock on wood. Knock on wood. I'm just saying. So far, I'm perfect in the West, and if the Kraken win this game, I stay perfect in the West. Yeah, those Panthers are feisty. Apparently, it was looking good. I was looking good to get that one. The Bruins had the 3-1 series lead and going back home to finish them off in 5. And now the Panthers came roaring back, not only with 2 games to force the game 7, 2 wins to force the game 7, but they came back. I think Boston took a 4-3 lead in game, what was that, game 6? Boston took a 4-3 lead in game 6. Then the Panthers tied it in the third, 4-4. Then Boston took a 5-4 lead, and then the Panthers tied it like 20 seconds later to make it 5-5. And now this game, the Bruins, with 2 minutes left or something like I think it was 2 minutes left, the Bruins had a 3-2 lead, but the Panthers managed to score in the final minutes there to force overtime. Let's look at it here. Yep, 1 minute left at 19 minutes. Brandon Montour tied it at 3. I'm sure that there had to be an empty net there. It would be kind of funny to see Marchand go down after that. Marchand and the Bruins after that historic season. Just like Tampa Bay in their season. Although Tampa Bay got swept by the team that had yet to win as a franchise a playoff round. They lost to the Columbus Blue Jackets. Got swept by them, but it would be kind of funny to see another record-breaking team go down in the first round. Hope you're right. Me too. Not knocking on wood that I haven't jinxed that bracket by saying it. I will say that I'm hoping that just the first round of that bracket goes well, because just to be perfectly honest, again, with a mixture of what I thought would happen and what I wanted to have happen, I did end up picking Dallas to win in the second round and then go to... Actually, I had Dallas in the Stanley Cup final, so hopefully if the Kraken do win this one, I'm just right about the first round and then I'm wrong about the second round. But I have the same problem about Boston. Oh, about Boston winning and not wanting them to. The one that matters you're not getting right. Go Broncos. Broncos aren't even playing. Wrong sport. Broncos haven't played a game in like 2 years. I mean, they showed up and they were on the field and stuff, but um, I want Florida to win, but rest in peace my bracket. Yep. Will the President's Cup curse continue in OT? Yeah, it's looking. Panthers have come from behind this whole series. I wouldn't be surprised. Doesn't matter how many games you win in the regular season. It's all down to the next goal in that game. One goal to win it all. Do you think Ellie Tolvanen will be a 20 or 20 plus goal scorer next year? I wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised at all. He's definitely going to get the opportunity to. And I think the Kraken next year might have a little bit more of a true fourth line in minutes. I think they'll kind of have I shouldn't say a true fourth line. Like they're still going to have a top, like one of the better fourth lines in the NHL, but it's not going to be, I think, quite as even as we saw this season. I think you will start, and we've already seen it in these playoffs, that the fourth line, and some towards the end of the season, that the fourth line definitely is getting fewer minutes, even if the top three lines are fairly even. And actually, as far as that's concerned, the third line for the Kraken has been getting the most minutes because they are putting that Gord line out there every time they see McKinnon hit the ice. So as long as that, but especially because I'm kind of not expecting to see Donato or Sprong back next season, then we'll see what happens with that fourth line. Obviously, Shane Wright's going to have every opportunity in the world to jump up and be a part of the team. It's not looking like a fantastic free agency, so there's not going to be like any big ticket players necessarily, if you catch my drift there, as far as who the Kraken could get in free agency. But they have, Shane Wright who could come up. Obviously, we'll have Burakovsky coming back healthy. Ty Cartier looks like he's definitely earned a chance. Cole Lind has probably earned a chance to, again, have a chance to go for that spot in preseason and training and all that stuff. But hopefully we've still got at least this game and then at least 12 more. So hopefully we've got at least 13 more games this season. If the Kraken can win 13 straight, they win it all. Tolvi is strong, but with better defense, and he also shoots from the other side, which I think is the advantage of Sprong there. But stupid ads, stupid ads. Oh, is there an ad when you join the stream? Yeah, that's annoying. Yeah, YouTube just does whatever they want with ads. I mean, I do have them like turn on. I can turn them off during the middle of stuff, but I can't always turn them off at the beginning and end of things. On videos, I do have them at the start because I gotta get a little bit of something to keep things going here. But with the stream, I don't know how they handle streams. I know that there aren't ads unless I put ads into the middle of streams, but I'm not going to do that because I feel like as soon as you put an ad, everyone would just leave, and I don't want that. Plus, like, no one wants to watch ads, so why would I make you watch ads? I don't know. Especially because I'm only going to get like $1 out of it anyway. Alrighty, getting ready here. 6:30. We should be getting started here in just a second. Let's see if we have any results in the other game. I don't think they've even started OT, it looks like, yet. So they're getting going there. Looks like we'll have the 6, maybe a little bit after 6:30 start. Still says 6:30 start on ESPN, so I think we're going to be getting going here in a couple minutes. Still no result in the other game. Good news, at least from like Seattle sports in general, though. The Mariners had an early lead today and then managed to completely blow it to go down by a bunch, but then they came back and won in extras, so maybe the Kraken can also get a win today, hopefully not in extra time. I mean, don't get me wrong, a Game 7 OT winner would be a lot of fun, but you have to survive the number of heart attacks that lead to that happening to get there. And I could do with a nice easy win. If we're going to move on to the second round, I still need to be able to survive to make it there. TNT reports a 9:40 start, so they pushed it back 10 minutes then. Okay. Not to be cheesy, but win or lose, proud of the team. A ton to be happy about, a ton to build on, and a ton to look forward to. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, look, for the next, I don't know, 2 hours, 2.5 hours, it's all in on this game and hoping the Kraken move on and keep the season going. But if the worst case scenario happens and the Kraken lose this game, then this is absolutely a success in almost all ways this year, and a great unexpected story from the Kraken this year. Total turnaround from last season, and definitely a lot to be happy about as far as the future is concerned as well. Not only with, obviously, Matty Beniers, the older he gets, the better he'll get. And, you know, you've got a farm system that even in 2 years looks like it's a pretty good one. Obviously, the Firebirds aren't all under Kraken contracts, so it's not like you can necessarily draw too much from that success. But you've got a lot of starting to fill up with Kraken prospects. You've got Jager Furkus just joined them. He played his first AHL game today in the playoffs. Obviously Shane Wright, who you'd hope is ready for the NHL step next year. But even if not, he'll be a contributor for sure in the years to come. Ty Cartier, we've already seen make a difference in these playoffs, so future there as well. And he wasn't even a draft; he was an undrafted free agent pickup, as well as Logan Morrison, who also has played pretty well since the Kraken, and leading up to the Kraken signing him as an undrafted free agent. What a Mariners move, yeah. Yeah, they had a first inning grand slam and then managed to give up 8 unanswered runs to go down 8-4, and then they came back and won 10-8 in 10 innings. 2 Cal Raleigh home runs. 2 Cal Raleigh 2-run home runs, so. Do you think Yanni Gourde will be the captain of the Kraken next year? I don't know what to expect from the team. I thought Yanni Gourde was going to be... I thought it was Gourde or Eberle were going to be the captain coming into this season, especially because they did go out of their way to pick Giordano, just in general, pick a captain in year 1. I thought that they would have a captain again in year 2, but clearly they didn't feel that was necessary, and it seems to have worked out. So I don't necessarily know what to expect. Again, if I had to bet on what I think would happen, I think that they are holding the C for Beniers when he's ready, whether that's next season or maybe 2 years from now. But not picking a captain this year, especially because Gourde is, the guys they pick are going to be here for another couple of years. Again, Gourde and Eberle are the 2 obvious choices, and both of them are under contract for another few years. So I think if they felt like one of them was going to be the captain, they probably would have done it this season. So yeah, I think they're saving it for Beniers if I had to And then obviously Beniers is going to be here for a long time, so you look at that as a guy that can be a captain for, a decade or more, hopefully. And the fact of the matter is, no matter who's captain, like there is some things that come with the captain. Obviously, you're the one that's talking to the refs a lot of the time when you're on the ice and that kind of stuff. And a little bit more responsibility as far as fan facing and leadership in the locker room too. But ultimately, it's up to the guys in the locker room to have that leadership, and they're the ones that vote for the captain anyway. So it's not like it's all up to Ron Francis or Hackstall to be like, all right, you're the captain, I don't care what else. Like, I mean, ultimately Gio was the captain because they put it to a vote in the locker room, and the locker room felt Gio was the guy. So, and I don't know if they did a similar thing in this offseason and just decided not to, or if that was a decision from the GM or coaching staff. I mean, we've seen with like New York, there was a decision from ownership in that case, I think, to actually, maybe it was the GM in that case, to not have a captain for a long time until they eventually picked Trouba this year. But do I have a favorite ECHL team? Yes, the Kraken one. What's the Kraken? They have an ECHL team, I'm pretty sure. I think it's Kansas City Mavericks, I'm pretty sure. So I'll go with them, because they're Kraken affiliated, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't know if they make Beniers captain next year. So I would think maybe there isn't a captain next year and then Beniers in 2 years, but I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it'll be Ellie Tolvanen next year. They'll just go completely off the board and surprise everyone. I doubt it, but again, you never know what to expect. Marco belongs in AAA or coaching staff to throw a bullpen. He had a really good start, like the start before this one. I don't know with Marco. I'll be honest, I haven't watched as much Mariners at the start of the season so far. I've watched a few games here and there. But with the Kraken consuming most of my time, I haven't been able to really watch more than highlights and a few games here and there so far. And look at box scores and stuff. So I know Marco's had a couple of good starts, but yeah, this was a really tough start for Marco in this last one earlier today. Let's go indeed. Scott, do you have a favorite Kraken? Oh, yeah, I answered that one. Need the Kraken to show up? Absolutely. It's game 7. Everyone's got to show up. Everyone's got to show up for the full 60 minutes. Rangers winning the cup. I had them winning the first round in 7, but it all comes down tomorrow for that one. Rangers and Devils will close out the first round tomorrow. Speaking of closing things out, we have started OT in Boston, and it's 3 minutes in without a goal. So still tied at 3, Boston, Florida. Sure, someone will let me know when that one ends, but I'll keep an eye on it otherwise. National anthem has happened, so we'll get puck drop here in just a minute. We're getting going in Game 7, Kraken Avalanche. Obviously, the keys here for the Kraken are to lock down that first line. If the Kraken can slow down Rantanen and McKinnon, then they've got a pretty good chance of winning this. Obviously, scoring first again would help. Guy with the Daniel Sprong jersey right behind Coach Hackstall there. And there's a couple of people in USA polo shirts behind the Avs bench. So there you go. Right out in front. Oh! McKinnon tried to put it out to the other side for Rantanen right away as the Avalanche get right into the offensive zone off the faceoff. They won the faceoff and are able to get down. Flub shot. Broken stick from Taves, I think. Oh, no, that was Bjorkstrand that broke his stick. He'll go get another one, but then go off on a change. Tolvanen in, shot! Glove save, Georgiev. Tolvanen gets an early shot off for the Kraken. I think that's the first actual shot on goal. So I don't think they actually got a shot to the net. Good shot there from Tolvanen. Save made, though, by Georgiev, and we'll get a face-off with 30 seconds gone in Game 7. It's Geeky and Lars Eller to it. Kraken win the face-off. Back to Borgen. Borgen will put it down along the boards. Out in front. Shot. Geeky goes wide. And he'll chipped out of the zone. Borgen has it. He'll go off to the side for Schwartz, who's in. He'll dump it into the corner where Wemberg will chase it down. Hit on Byram. Geeky up along the boards to Schwartz. Schwartz back down to the corner, and the Kraken are just keeping it in the corner, going back and forth. Schwartz with it. Out in front. Shot. Wide. Hit blocker save, or at least knocked wide. Geeky keeps the zone. Schwartz still with it. Puts it behind the net, but nobody's there, so the Avalanche... Oh, nope. Eberle's going to get to it. And the Avalanche will get it out, and they'll get a change. As Wemberg finishes the change for the Kraken, and the Beniers line is out there with Cartier and Eberle. Still no clean touch for Eberle, so we don't know if the Avs fans are going to give him the same treatment the Kraken gave Makar. No, he did hear it a little bit there. Not nearly as loud. And Eberle will go off on a change. Here's Devon Taves in. Still, Grubauer makes the save. A chip on net from O'Connor. Sprong can't quite get to it, so Makar has it. In. Oh. Tanev was in, but he couldn't get it to the forehand with the defender right there, so he tried to pass it and turn it over. Sprong has to go to the bench. He lost his helmet. Somewhat even start so far. Kraken a little bit better offensive zone time, and the Avalanche haven't really gotten anything to go without this first line out there, who is out there again. But Bjorkstrand gets it up. It's Donato in. Donato along the boards. That's going to get out to the side. Borgen will force it back in as he pinches down. Out in front. Lars Eller has it. And can't quite, misses the pass up to Comfer. And Grubauer will freeze it. Yeah, that's a good thing to not touch that puck from Sprong. A good freeze there from Grubauer. What else we got here? Let's at least keep the first goal trend. That'd be nice. We're rooting from Colorado. Go Kraken. Go Kraken. I won't even utter the other words. Wrong stream? What do you mean wrong stream? Oh, wrong stream. Oh, because someone said go Avs. No, it's all right. Well, everyone's welcome here. Everyone's welcome here as long as they understand we're pulling for the Kraken in the stream, but that's fine. As long as you're not here to cheer for the Bruins. I'm just kidding. Probably aren't watching this stream if you're cheering for the Bruins, because they are still playing against Florida in OT right now in Game 7. We welcome all fans. That's right. We welcome all fans, but we're all just have to be all right with the majority cheering for the Kraken. Kraken do get it out as they win the faceoff in their end of the ice, which is been a struggle early on in this series, especially. The Kraken gave up a number of goals early on in the series after losing defensive zone faceoffs. Oh, nice chip in there. Schwartz will get to it. Can't quite get it all the way around the boards, but Geeky. Oh, uh-oh. Newhook will get it out. He'll dump it in, and the Avs will go off on a change. No. All right, they're staying out there. And Dunn has it in the corner, fighting for it. Wemberg will get to it. And it's up to Ty Cartier. Cartier will dump it in as Geeky goes off on a change, and that'll bring out Beniers and Eberle. Cartier gets a little hit in there. Beniers keeps it in. Good play by Beniers. He's going to get to it first. Nice hustle by Beniers. Fighting for it down there with Eric Johnston. Still fighting for it. 5 guys around that puck now. Avalanche do get it out. Mulligan gets it, but not gets it down by the goal line. No chance for a shot there as the Kraken will get it back out with Schultz holding the puck. He'll fire it in. Georgiev plays it behind the net. Makar gets it up along the boards. Borgen gets it in. 2-on-1. Gord. Oh, not 2-on-1. Sorry, I didn't see Rodriguez still there. Or maybe that's Makar. It is Makar. Kraken keep it in, though. Here's McKinnon coming out into the Kraken end. He'll pull up. Tries to get it through the middle, but a good back check there by Bjorkstrand. Bjorkstrand will get it in. He's going to have a shot. Fires. Save made. Comes out, but Tolvanen keeps it. Fires it back in. Bjorkstrand will get to it. And it will go out of play, so we'll get a face-off in the Avalanche end of the ice. A good shift there from the Gord line. Nice play here from, who is that? Is that Donato? No, that's Gord. I don't know why I thought that was Donato. Oh. Eric Johnson tried to lay a hit into Beniers and kind of grazed him on the way past. I appreciate the Avalanche fans who keep thinking that the Kraken are just going to get stomped by the Avalanche even when we're in Game 7 of a 7-game series. The commitment to the bid is admirable at the very least. Completely misfounded maybe, but admirable. Committed to the delusion. I'm a Rangers fan. Let's go Kraken. Welcome in. I'll say for the sake of my bracket, I am hoping the Rangers win Game 7 tomorrow, so welcome in. I also think I kind of prefer the Rangers between the two teams. I mean, like, the Devils are kind of the... Oh! Donato! Shot! Oh, blocked in front. Big turnover out in front there. As Lars Eller will get it down into the Kraken end where Larson dumps it for Tanev. Tanev kicks it up, turns over to Rodriguez, but nice play to recover there. Eller gets it back up to the point. Out to the side for Eric Johnson. Rodriguez has it. Out in front. Eller blocks a shot from his own teammate. And it'll come all the way back. No icing, so the Kraken will get a change. Committed to the Delusion is a great grunge song title. That's what I'm here for. Oh no! Oh, Susie fell over and allowed them to get a shot off, but fortunately it wasn't McKinnon getting the shot off like when Sprong fell. Actually, was that McKinnon? Who was that? Maybe it was Ranton. Grubauer, big save there on a Taves shot. Grubauer saw it coming though, and it came from outside. 13 minutes left in the first period, and we're still scoreless. So we'll get the first commercial break. Let's check in again on the... Oh, the Panthers did it! Oh my goodness. Well, rest in peace, my bracket, but Panthers defeat the Bruins, and the record-setting season comes to an end in round 1. The record-setting season comes to an end in round one as the Bruins blow a 3-1 game lead to lose to the Panthers. The Panthers come back down 3-1 in the series to beat the record-setting Bruins. Oh, man. Rest in peace, my bracket, which was one of the 5 perfect brackets remaining. But to be fair, none of the other brackets, I think, picked the Panthers, so... Yeah, out of, like, I guess it was on the bracket challenge, the NHL league that had, like, 800,000 brackets in it or something like that. Maybe 700,000. I was feeling pretty good because coming out of yesterday, mine was one of 5 that were still perfect. As far as the series that had actually finished. But Panthers winning there kind of ruins it for me. That's all right, though. It's worth it to see the Bruins memes. And now that Toronto has made it out of round 1 for the first time since 2004, all those memes are going to shift to the Bruins now for the next few months at the very least. Dad's going to be pissed. President's Trophy curse is real. All right, here we go. 13 minutes left. Puck will drop in the Kraken end. The Avs do win the faceoff. Makar with it. Gets around Gord. Out shot. Shot by Lehkonen goes wide. Rebound almost came out to the side of the net off the boards. But the Kraken are out now with a chance to get 2-on-1. Puck got it too far ahead though, so Taves is able to prevent that from happening. Georgiev comes out to play it. Gord just couldn't keep it in front of him. Nathan McKinnon's in. Don't give him too much space. Out in front to the other side. Save made from Grubauer on, I think that was, yep, it was Rantanen. Out in front. Bjorkstrand has it. That was a good look there for that first line of the Avs. You got to limit those as much as possible if you're the Kraken. That is the key to winning, is keep McKinnon and Rantanen from getting those rush chances. And there's a good chance of winning this game. Of course, that's a hard thing to do. Game 6 was really the first game where the Kraken weren't able to take advantage of the bottom 6 of that, the Avs' depth or lack thereof. So that's the other key, is to take advantage of these chances they have where those guys are off the ice. Of course, second line out there. Oh, Eberle getting some boos. Out in front, Rodriguez puts it wide. I think Rodriguez had some net to shoot at there if he could have got the shot off, but he didn't. So that's good. Cartier gets it in. Beniers will go after it. Jack Johnson. Schultz fires a shot. Oh, well, it's still out. They blew it dead, though. They didn't see that the puck was loose. Oh, Georgiev couldn't handle that puck, and Geeky was right there again, just like the first goal in Game 5. Welcome in everybody that may have been watching other streams of Boston and Florida. Florida completing that upset to continue the trend of record-setting teams in professional sports having disappointing playoff runs. Obviously, Seattle fans know that, unfortunately, all too well with the 2001 Mariners. Although the Mariners did make it to the ALCS, effectively the conference finals of baseball. Oh, drop pass doesn't get through. Lehkonen with the shot. Grubauer deflects it out of play, so another face-off in the Kraken end with 11 minutes left in the first. Eberle getting the Makar treatment. Yeah, I mean, you knew he was going to. You'd almost have to be disappointed in the Colorado fans if they didn't let Eberle hear it a little bit. That's what fans are there for. Come on, Kraken, you got this. Absolutely. Shot. Oh, I don't know if Makar flubbed that shot or if it was blocked in front by Wemberg, but doesn't get to Grubauer. Shots are 4-4 with 10:30 left in the first. That top line of the Avs starting to get some offensive zone time, but the Kraken keeping them to the outside there pretty well. The 2018 Red Sox won it all with a 108 season. Yeah, but that's still 8 wins less than the Mariners, so it's not a great season, not a record-setting one though. You have to set the record to have the disappointing playoff run. I mean, you can talk about the 2019 Lightning, this year's Bruins, the 2001 Mariners. I honestly don't know what year it is because I don't follow the NBA that well, but the year Grubauer managed to freeze it. They were getting some chaos going there, but the year the Warriors set the record and then they lost. They did make it to the final. The Warriors made it to the finals, but they blew a 3-1 final series lead to lose there. So they managed to find a way to even though they make it to the finals, managed a way to disappointingly lose. And then in the NFL, obviously, you have the undefeated Patriots losing in the Super Bowl to Eli Manning and the helmet catch of Tyree. Here we go. Kraken lose the face-off. So the moral of the story is don't set records for winning lots of games in the regular season. You can get close to the record, and that's perfectly fine, but if you break the record, you're in trouble. Of course, in hockey, you're in trouble if you have the best regular season and end up with the President's Trophy, because then you're cursed. But that's a different issue. Of course, the Panthers know that all too well, because last year they won the President's Trophy, and they did make it through the first round, but then they lost to the Lightning, so... Love the channel name. Thanks for doing this. Absolutely. Shot. Nice save from Grubauer, and then he's run into. He's got it. He is not going to be happy about that. He got landed on pretty good. Let's see the replay here. Yeah. Eller hit him, and then he got landed on by, I don't know who that was. One of the Kraken players got pushed into Grubauer. But looks like he'll be fine. It just kind of landed on his... softly fell on him. Why are people hating on Eberle? Because he made a pretty bad hit. Pretty terrible hit. In Game 6 that injured Cogliano. Cogliano came back. It wasn't a concussion, but X-rays the day after found a fracture in his neck. So Cogliano's out for the rest of the season for sure. And I mean, it's a similar... it's a very, very different hit from the one that Makar put on McCann. Obviously, McCann still out due to a concussion, which is a different thing. So they're both terrible hits for different reasons. But that's, that's why. Yeah, it was because of the hit on Cogliano. And look, again, it's the same thing. Like, people are wondering, like, why are Kraken fans booing Makar? Well, yeah, it's the playoffs, right? The energy's up, and especially when it's a star player, but whenever any of your players goes down from a bad hit like that, the guy who lays the bad hit is going to hear the rest of the time. So yeah, if you missed Game 6, it was the hit on Cogliano, which also, like Makar, definitely not an intended, like, no intent to injure there. It's a terrible decision making from Eberle and Makar on those hits, and unfortunately both of them lead to injuries, but neither one has a history of making those hits. And I mean, for Eberle's part, he actually was teammates with Cogliano at one point earlier in their careers and got along well with him, so I don't think don't think he's looking to injure an ex-teammate and somebody that he likes. Just kind of things happen fast, and he made a really bad decision. But again, fans are fans of a team for a reason, and it's not so that they can always think through everything rationally and respond to it that way. You're there to cheer on your team and defend them when things happen. Here we go. McKinnon with the puck down in the Kraken end. He'll get it up. Taves shot. Out in front, McKinnon. Oh, big save, Grubauer. McKinnon still with it. He shoots again. Makar has it. Around the net. This is not looking good. Not looking good. Shot from Makar. Out in front. Out to the side. Tanev will chip it out. Oh, big defensive shift there from that fourth line to keep that out. And a huge save from Grubauer. My goodness. And unfortunately, the Makar line is off the ice now, so the Kraken can get back to it offensively. Here's Eberle. Oh, good play by Byram to get it off Eberle's stick. 3-on-2 for the Avs now. Shot. Oh, rebound goes past Newhook, fortunately. There's some empty net there, but Beniers has it now. The Kraken can get another breakout. Avalanche really getting some momentum going right now. They lead shots 10-4 on the Kraken. Kraken with 8 blocked shots already. These are the lines you need to take advantage of if you're the Kraken. Not this one so much. This is the Comfer there. Eric Johnson shot. Blocked in front by Tanev. He'll chip it back in. Nice break up again there defensively for the Kraken, but you can't let the Avs keep you hemmed in like this. Sprong has it out. The Kraken can at least get a change out of this. Donato forces it down. Haven't seen the second line, so I imagine they've got to be coming out there for the Kraken. Haven't seen them in a bit. 2 shifts back in a row for the back-to-back. Oh, here we go. We're going back to the first line for the Avalanche, third line for the Kraken. Avs trying to take advantage of this momentum, putting that first line right back out there. Nathan McKinnon with it. Can't get it past Tolvanen, then does. Rantanen now has it. Getting to the offensive end. He'll look for McKinnon. Nice defense. Not sure what happened here. McKinnon fell on his back, but I don't know how he lost his feet there. Maybe that was Rantanen. Lost his feet in front of the net. Oh, big save there. That was on the last shift. Blocker save from Grubauer. McKinnon had that corner. If he had perfect shot, has Grubauer beat there. And we've seen McKinnon do that earlier in this series, so you don't want to give too many of those opportunities. Avalanche win the faceoff. They got their third line out there, so you got to take advantage of this here. Kraken have their second line out. It's the Wemberg line out there for the Kraken. Schwartz in there with the puck. The Kraken are definitely on their heels even against this bottom 6 of the Avalanche right now, which is not what you want to see. Fortunately, although shots are 4-11 in favor of the Avalanche, the Kraken are holding them back. But this is, like Game 6, a rare first period in this series for the Avalanche where they have been the better team so far. Grubauer is in the game, though, at least. Avs are your number 2 team. Leafs fan here. Just watch the Bruins fall. Yeah, that was destroyed a lot of brackets, but other than that, I think there's not too many people outside of Boston that were disappointed to see the Bruins lose. Outside of Boston and people that have money on the Bruins, I suppose. Right back out there, first line, I think, for the Avs. Am I wrong about that? Yeah, I am. That's Eller's out there. So it's the second line for the Avs against the first line for the Kraken. Benier's line, and that's Comfer, Rodriguez, and Eller out there for the Avs. The Kraken, Tanev goes off for a change. So now Eberle out there to get the full first line out. Goes off Benier's skate back into the Kraken end as they'll circle around. Look for the breakout. Kraken holding on to the puck. Not a bad idea here. If nothing else, you just want to break up the flow of play that's been all going towards the Avalanche here over the last couple of minutes. Avs are my second team too, but Kraken are by far and away my first team, so it's a weird series and we're all in on the Kraken for it. Gord, big chance. Good save there from Georgiev. So that's Kraken are able to get a little pressure there and respond to a big press by the Avalanche over the last kind of 5 to maybe 6-7 minutes of this game. First period here. 5 minutes left in the first as we go to commercial break. Well, on TV, I'm not gonna do commercials here. Holy heck, the Bees dropped the series to Florida. Yeah, especially Bruins have the record-setting season and then a 3-1 lead in the series, and they lose 3 straight to get knocked out in the first round. How about it? Knocked out in the first round. Had him going to the conference final in that bracket, so it's unfortunate that my dream of the perfect bracket dies with the Bruins, but I'll take it. I'll take the hit. As a Blackhawks fan living in Seattle, I adopted the Kraken when they became the 32nd franchise. I was rooting for the Bees this year to take the East half. I cannot say that I'll ever root for the Bruins for much of anything. I will say that I'm rooting for Florida in the second round over Toronto, though, just because the Kraken have Toronto's second round pick. And I would really like Toronto to lose in one of the first 2 rounds, which obviously they got through the first round. Huge. I know I'm happy for Leafs fans to finally get that over with. You know, I think it's a little bit of a first world problem to have the frustration being that you're always losing in the first round of being in the playoffs, where for Seattle fans, the frustration was not making the playoffs with the Mariners. But it's understandable to have all those years of frustration and, I mean, almost 20 years of frustration finally come to an end. Feels good. So I feel good for Leafs fans. But again, the Kraken have Toronto's second round pick, and we need them to lose in the second round so that can stay in its spot. It's still going to be a low second round pick, but I'd like it to not be bottom 4. Go Leafs go, says Melissa. Oh, Kraken with a face up. Wemberg puts it on net from a tight angle. It goes wide and out of play. Bill Burr sold out. I've been a Kraken fan before they had a name. Been a fan since they were announced. Me too, man. Me too. Right there with you. Really, ever since it looked like it was going to be happening. I think we knew almost probably about a year before they officially announced it. Maybe even more than that. We knew it was probably coming. It was just a matter of them making that official announcement, and eventually they did. Larson with the puck behind the Kraken net as they start the breakout back the other way. Geekie has it now. 3-on-3 here, breaking into the offensive end. Geekie dumps into the corner for Wemberg to go after. Who has it? Still fighting Wemberg and Rodriguez. Geekie now gets to it. Kraken still fighting for it. It pops out. Done. Shot. Out in front. Oh, Georgiev did not control the rebound, but it managed to get out to the corner. Geekie gets it up to a vacated corner and back down the other way where Grubauer will get a handle, and I would imagine we'll see changes on both sides. Larson holding the puck behind the net. Closing in on 3:30 left in the first as the puck goes all the way out to the other end. Sprong came in, but Donato is offside, so the Kraken will have to regroup. Nothing yet. You think Georgiev will get more than 26 saves? Probably. Well, actually, I don't know. The Kraken have not gotten a lot of shots in this first period. So the Kraken will need to get a little bit more offense if Georgiev's going to get more than 26 saves. So I don't think he's going to get a shutout, so he has to let a couple in. Knock on wood, just to be sure there. Shot goes wide. Avs keep it after winning the face-off. Makar, big move there from Makar. Blocked out in front by Susi, I think, or maybe a save was made by Grubauer. Taves with it, puts it back down for Makar, or who was that? Goes wide. Maybe that was Rantanen. It was Rantanen. Sprong has his stick broken, so got a pseudo power play here, but the Kraken get it out. Donato chasing after it with McKinnon. McKinnon knocks down Donato. She'll get a cheer from the crowd. Borkin just threw down Lehkonen. Bjorkstrand gets a hit from Gerard. Few hits being traded there both ways. Of course, the crowd likes it when the Avalanche lay a hit and then want a penalty when the Kraken lay the hit, but that's the way it goes. Oh boy, that was... The Avs had a good chance there, but the pass didn't connect. That's the Avalanche depth for you. Here's O'Connor in. Bowen Byram. Trying to juke out. Nice play by Cartier defensively. Good play, Larson. Eberle down there now. Eberle has not touched the puck much in this game, but has heard it from the fans when he has. Here's Larson with it. Larson will get it out around the lost stick of Sprong, or half of the stick. Larson will put it in as that Beniers and Cartier pair go after it. Eberle will go down and now fight with it with Eller. Eberle puts a hit on Eller along the boards, and the fans don't like that. Blocked in front. Back to Taves. Out to Makar. Makar flubs the shot. Did he break his stick? No. Just flubbed it. Beniers held down. The Kraken will get it out so they can get a change. And Taves will put it back in for the Avalanche to go after. Grubauer makes the glove save, but dumps it out with nobody there for the Avalanche. Kraken keep the play going. Schwartz will get after it. But no tip, so it'll be icing and come back down to the Kraken end. Thank you for the stream. Let me know scores in Philippines. Oh, yeah. Let me know the scores in the Philippines. Absolutely. Happy to help. Still scoreless here with under a minute left in the first. Face off in the Kraken end, and we're... Geeky's out there for the Kraken, and the first line is out there for the Avalanche. I don't know if this is full second line or if they just had Geeky for the face-off. Avs win the face-off, though. Shot. Save made. Geeky will get it out. Wemberg, it is the full second line. Oh, right, because it was icing, so obviously it was the full second line. Oh, drop from McKinnon. 28 seconds left. Nice defense. Big save from Grubauer. No rebound allowed. 25 seconds left in the first. Show the game? I can't. Sorry. Because copyright reasons, and I don't want the channel to get taken off YouTube because I'm pirated or illegally streaming a game. If you want to take to the high seas to watch the game, you can definitely do that. But yeah, there are definitely copyrights that prevent that, and they get taken down pretty quick, especially in the playoffs. You can still find them. Like, there's still there's still bot channels and stuff that will stream games, but they're almost always going to have like less than 100 subscribers because they get taken down and the channels get deleted. So this will just be the commentary and reaction from Kraken fan. And there we go. First period is over. Scoreless first period, just like Game 5. And the Kraken had to survive that one. Avalanche lead the shots on goals 16-6. The Kraken will have to come out with a better response in the second if they want to take Game 7 here. They had their chances, especially early on and a couple later. But that was... the Avalanche got some momentum going there, and as soon as they got that momentum going, they were throwing that first line out there every other shift. Must get so tired of saying that. I mean, it comes with the territory. I do put it in the description, but I understand that, you know, people are looking for the streams of the game, especially because the NHL, and it's not just the NHL, let's be honest, MLB and NBA have the same issues, but with all the issues of blackouts and stuff everywhere, I know that people are just desperately trying to find a link to the game, so eventually it'll probably bring them here. I would just install ban on all the fools. No, it's all right. I mean, it's fine to look, as long as you as long as you understand after I say that I can't stream it. As long as you understand, that's totally fine. Now, if you're like if there's like pestering of like, no, just show the stream anyway, then you might get chat muted. I don't care if you want to still hang out, but I don't mind people coming in here looking for it and then saying it once that I can't stream it. Who do you think is going to win Toronto versus Florida? I mean, realistically, it should be Toronto, but Florida's coming into it red hot. And not only is Florida red hot, taking 3 from the best regular season team in the history of the NHL, but they also have Matthew Tkachuk playing at his best. And, I don't know. I think it could be a tight series. Now, that having been said, for Toronto, Toronto's got the weight is off their shoulders, having gotten past the first round. So obviously, they're talented enough where that should be a team that can compete for a Stanley Cup. But I think that the Maple Leafs will be playing a lot looser here in the second round after finally getting past that first one. And I'll say this for the Maple Leafs as well. They honestly kind of got outplayed in like really 3 of the last 4 games, but they managed to win all 3 of the games in Tampa Bay. I thought the Lightning played the better game. Toronto just came out on top. So they've been able to play through some issues that they've had and win games in spite of it. So I think if I was to bet on it, I'd probably bet on Toronto, but I definitely don't feel confident enough about that to rule Florida out by any means. NHL 66 not working. Stream East not working. Just me. I don't know. Personally, and I understand why other people aren't willing or can't afford to do it, I did have to shell out for Fubo because I do these streams and I need something that's reliable. So I'd unfortunately paying for Fubo, which could be a lot better. And actually it is on YouTube TV, which as well. And I will say YouTube TV is by far the best streaming service that I've used. As far as like live streaming anyway. But I had to have Fubo for the regular season streams, and I need something that's more reliable than taking to the high seas, if you will, for doing these streams. And that having been said, Game 2, we had issues with the Fubo stream in Game 2. So it's still not perfect, but what's up, Scott? What's up, Ryan? Good to see you in here. Momentum is in the favor of the Kraken going into the next period, playing great defense. Yeah, that's true. The Kraken weathered the storm there in the first period and got a little bit going there right at the end. So they got a chance to come out in the second period. The first period though has really been where the Kraken have taken off so far throughout this series. That having been said, Game 5 also in Colorado, and the Kraken took the 3-2 series lead. They started that took the lead and then regained the lead both in the second period. They had a better second period, so we'll see. Could you use a mirror behind you? No, I don't think you'd really be able to see much for one thing, and they can also track that. I'm not going to take the risk of losing the channel with the I understand that it's hard for people to watch it, and I really wish I could help. I do, but spent a couple of years building it's still a small channel, but it's taken a couple of years to build the channel up to where it is, and I don't want to risk losing it to copyright. So they would ban it if you used sock puppets to reenact the game. I think it was the hockey guy that did like reenactments like with his stick in his driveway at one point and like got a warning message, which I don't understand how they could possibly like come at you copyright wise for reenacting plays. But I know he did it once and then said something about like it wasn't worth doing again for some reason. So maybe I'm wrong on that, but yeah, they are very protective of their product in the NHL. Which, I mean, as far as streaming the games, I understand. Like a lot of their money is the TV deals, and if they just let whoever stream games, then they're not going to get that money. But the part of it that I don't understand is why they make it so hard for fans to watch with all the blackouts and stuff. Wow, the Kraken, Kraken doing a great job of keeping shots to the outside and blocking anything that's closer to the net. Vegas versus Edmonton, who you got? Well, my bracket that did very well in the first round. So far, it's perfect in the West. I have Vegas beating Edmonton in the second round. I wouldn't be surprised if Edmonton wins the series, but I don't know. I mean, I know a lot of people believe in Edmonton and a lot of people pick the Oilers to make the Stanley Cup, but I don't know. Like, obviously they've got the talent scoring wise. I just don't believe in their back end and goaltending enough that they can make it all the way to the Cup final. We saw it last year. They got, they finally got to a conference championship and got swept out of it by the Avalanche. So I don't know. Until the Oilers can show that they can play consistently defensively and in net, I have a hard time seeing them winning it all, at least. Now that I've even said, there's definitely questions in net for Vegas as well, but Vegas has the better back end, so I don't know. It'll be a good series, I think. I think it'll be a good series. Thanks for the stream. Hail from Colorado Springs. How's it going? Welcome from Colorado Springs. Based on where you're at, I'm assuming you're not cheering for the same team as me, but I'll just give you the benefit of the doubt and say that you might be. Imagine the Kraken win and all the underdog teams win their rounds. Well, the Kraken would be the only team in the West that was the underdog to win because the Stars were a 2 seed, they won. The Stars were a 2 seed, they won. The Golden Knights were a 1 seed, they won. Oilers were a 2 seed, they won. So the Kraken would be the only underdog in the first round to win. But Florida won, so Florida's at least one of the wild cards has already made it through. Obviously, with the Islanders and Jets having already lost, so the Kraken could make it 2 wild card teams that make it through. Who do you think will win? Oilers, Golden Knights. I think I just said that. I picked the Golden Knights in my bracket that's been doing well, so I'm going to keep with it, but I think it'll be a good series. Again, even if the Oilers do win that series, I think it gets tougher and tougher for them the later it gets. I don't think they're built to win it all. They've got the look, McDavid needs to win a cup at some point. Same with Draisaitl. Like, if McDavid somehow goes his career without winning a Stanley Cup, it's like Joe Montana never, not Joe Montana. Who am I saying? Dan Marino. It's like Dan Marino not winning a cup, winning a. I'm all over the place. It's like Dan Marino not winning one. So you'd think that McDavid has to win. I'm saying all sorts of names wrong. McDavid has to win a cup at some point, but until the Oilers figure out how to build a team that can play at least passable in the back end, and look, the out of Ekholm at the back there, like they made a good move there at the trade deadline, but I don't know. It doesn't answer all the issues. Like that, you can't fix your defense at the trade deadline and expect that to be good enough. And it's not as bad as their defensive core has been like before, but I don't know. I don't know. Making sure I get that right. Yeah, Ekholm. So like Ekholm helps a lot, and this is probably a better Oiler team than it was last year. And last year they made it to the conference final, so I'm not saying that they can't beat the Golden Knights. Again, I think it'll be a good series. If they do beat the Golden Knights, I don't know that they get to the Cup final, and I especially don't know if they can win it. I just feel like whoever they're going to face is going to be able to score enough that even McDavid and Draisaitl can't overcome it. Plus, you have they kind of rely on McDavid, Draisaitl, and those guys to really carry them. I thought the same, honestly. See, most of the road teams won the final games of their rounds. Road teams. Yeah, teams. Whichever team has been playing on the road in any given game, the road team has won most games in the playoffs so far. Which the Kraken are playing on the road right now, so that's good. But I mean, even in this series, again, 4 of the 6 games so far in the series leading into Game 7 were won by the road team. The Kraken went 1-2 at home, and the Avalanche are 1-2 at home so far. So in that way, it favors the Kraken, but a good start to the game for the Avalanche. They had the better first period for sure, for kind of the first time this series. I do know NFL lets you play audio, but Bettman needs money. He broke. Yeah, and the NBA is a lot better about... I don't know about streaming games, but the NBA is pretty good about letting you use their footage after the fact for videos, which is like, I'd love to use like highlights and stuff with like actual like video in my R&Rs, like the post-game videos. And I don't think that like there's enough channels and big channels that use like game clips after the fact for like highlights and stuff. But if you do that, you don't get like any money the channel makes off of those videos immediately goes to the league. And I mean, I'm not doing this for money or anything like that, but you know, it does help a little bit, you know. So I don't know. I've thought about it. I've thought about maybe using the game clips. It also, like, even if the NHL has been okay with it to this point, it still technically is copyright issue. And so they're fine with, I mean, basically the way it's set up is the NHL, NFL, and MLB are basically fine with just claiming the ad revenue and money made off of videos that use their clips. But if they wanted to at any given time, they could just be like, nope, we don't want those up there. And so then all those videos would be forced to come down or have the channel deleted. So again, it's just kind of one of those things that it is more of a headache than I really have the time and energy to fight right now. And, you know, maybe later on if things get bigger and I can afford to not have any of that come in and, I don't know, get the channel support elsewhere. Like I've talked about doing a Patreon, so maybe we'll set the Patreon up this summer and that kind of stuff. I don't know. We'll figure it out, but as far as streaming live is concerned, streaming live will get you taken down pretty quick. So, not going to be doing that. Let's see, where else were we here? I thought the same, honestly. Let's see, Bruins out. The door is open for anybody to win it. True. Although I didn't pick the Bruins to come out of the East in my bracket either. I picked the Canes. I think it's the Canes. I don't know. I'm still picking the Canes out of the East. I picked Canes Stars, and the way Ottinger finished that series against the Wild, I'm feeling pretty good about that. What's up, Scott? What's up, Ryan? I think I got that one. Where am I? Trying to catch up here on some of these comments while we're in the first intermission. Actually, since we're in the first intermission, I probably change this over to the second period. There we go. I don't know if the stream just froze for a second, but we're back. It likes to freeze when I open up Photoshop for the first time, and I forgot to do that before the game, so we're back. But get this changed over real quick to the second. Then we'll get caught up on those chats. Nope, I'm in the wrong folder. Find the right folder. There we go. And there we go. We're up to the second. All right, now let's get caught up on some chats again. Thought the same, honestly. Bruins outdoors open. Hate to be the doomer, but we are getting stuffed so far tonight. Yeah, much better first period from the Avalanche, so the Kraken will have to come out. Thankfully, playoff Grubauer is him. Yeah, Grubauer has had a fantastic series the entire time. I can't even think of a soft goal he's really let in other than the one he straight up handed to Rantanen there in Game 5. That would be the one exception. But even the one from Game 6 that I thought was a soft goal in the moment did end up getting tipped by, and unfortunately went off Tolvanen's stick. So as soon as there's a deflection, it's hard to put it too much on the goaltender because it's hard to read I mean, there's a reason that offensive players are looking for deflections. It makes it really hard on the goaltender. And the defense has looked sharp. Yeah, the Kraken, even though they got way massively outshot in that first period, they kept everything to the outside, and anything that came from the inside they were blocking in front of Grubauer. So really, really good job there defensively from the Kraken. And Grubauer came up with at least one very nice save on McKinnon. I had ESPN Plus, but I'm broke now. Yeah. Yeah, the NHL needs to figure something out with streaming. And, I mean, the NHL's not alone in that. But especially to have blackouts, it's just... I mean, there's a reason that pirating is coming back. Like, not just for live stuff, but for movies and TV shows. There's been a huge resurgence of pirating, like it used to be in the early 2000s when I was growing up. And it was like, I mean, even before then in the 90s as well when I was younger. But, you know, not too many kids under 10 pirating things. Yeah, I mean, pirating's coming back because streaming as a whole is just a mess right now. So I'm going to have to get something figured out. Who's going to win? I'm not going to bet against the Kraken. Not going to bet against the Kraken until their season's over. I'm not betting against the Kraken. Avalanche did have the better first period, though. Getting ready for the second. Let's see here. Best of both teams. I just found this channel. Either way, going to be a night to remember. It will be. And honestly, like it's been a season to remember for the Kraken either way. Obviously, we'd like to see it keep going, and I think there's a good chance the Kraken can do that with a bounce back here in the second period. Especially getting through a really strong first period for the Avalanche with the score still tied. Kraken are still in a decent spot here. Bettman Bucks. Yep, Bettman Bucks indeed. The hockey guy did a skit on referees that was hilarious. Yeah, I saw that. It's because he hates the fans. Bettman makes a lot of not particularly pro-fans decision for the commissioner of a business that is built on drawing fans. Makes a lot of questionable decisions. Mostly because I'm pretty sure he's still living in the 80s as far as the decisions he makes. All right, we got 30 seconds in here to the second period. Avalanche have that first line out there as they get the puck down behind the net. McKinnon has it as the rest of his line goes off for a change. Gord drops it back for Oh, nice play down here from, who was that, Byram? Or Rodriguez, sorry. Oh, there's Byram. Kraken now trying to get the puck out against the second line of the Avs. Man, you can, like, even the second line of the Avs, you can tell a big difference from the first line to the second line. Turnover by Rodriguez. Gord is at the end of a long shift, so he cannot, doesn't even get it past Rodriguez. Boy, Gord needs to get off on a change. He's been out there for a long time. There we go. Schwartz gets it out, so Gord will at least get off on a change. We can get the rest of that second line out there, which I think is just Jaden Schwartz. Maybe it was Geeky that wasn't out there yet. I saw Wemberg out there. Newhook has it. Newhook's looking for a pass. Takes the shot, goes wide. Held in by Girard. Girard makes a move. He's on the backhand. Shovels it towards the net. Oh, big shot from O'Connor there, but that was stopped. Doesn't get through. Oh, goodness. Come on, Kraken. You need to get out of the defensive end against this group. Cannot let Newhook and his line hold you in like that. Kraken will go off on a change. Here comes the Beniers line. See what comes out for the Avs. It is the first line. Oh, no, it's... Oh, is it? Yep, it is the first line back out there for the Avs. Pass does not get through. Beniers has it, coming back out the other way. McKinnon on him. Beniers will put it to the far corner. Out in front. Eberle has it. Eberle looks for it. He's hearing it for it. Out in front. Shot to the side. Oh, tight angle. Beniers can't get it in. Georgiev read it all the way. Good little cycle there from the Kraken. Got a chance there. I think Eberle probably should have just taken that shot instead of dumping it up to Borgen. Borgen also could have taken a shot, went to Beniers down by the side of the net. Beniers really didn't have much of a chance from where he was at. All right. Third line back out there for the Kraken with Yanni Gord, Bjorkstrand, and Ellie Tolvanen. Oh, off the post! Oh, I thought it was in for a second. Oh, Bjorkstrand has it again. Larson has it. Bounces out in front of the net. Bjorkstrand cycling up. And he's forced out. Girard forces him out as he gets it down to a spinning Dunn. Tolvanen chips it in. Gord goes after it. Gord has it. Larson now will put it back down along behind the boards. Where Bjorkstrand lets it go for Gord. Gord back down to Bjorkstrand. Bjorkstrand looking for a pass. He's free. Out in front. It's in! It's in! I don't know how, but Brandon Tanev scores! The Kraken have the lead! I don't know how this goes in, but it got fed towards the net, bounced around, and somehow Tanev got it in. All right, let's see here on the replay. Kraken just keeping it in. Great play from Bjorkstrand and Gord to keep this in the offensive end. And then Tanev is going to come in on a change. Oh, it chips off of Tanev. I think it bounced off of, who was that out in front? Bounced off an Avalanche player, I think, 59. Yeah, it goes off of the shoulder of Myers. Off the elbow of Myers. I don't know if this went off Tanev. It's either Tanev's or Bjorkstrand. Bjorkstrand just throws it towards the net. Tanev was trying to chip it in. It just goes off the elbow of Myers into the net. The Kraken score first for the 7th game in a row. The Kraken take the 1-0 lead in all 7 games of this series. Get that changed here real quick. Kraken right back into the offensive end off the faceoff. Geeky has it. Nope, he dropped it. Schwartz, now Wemberg has it. Wemberg's obviously looking pass. He gets the pass. Susie puts it down behind the net for Geeky. To Schwartz, back to Geeky, still behind the net, looking for a pass. Hounded by JT Compher. Schwartz, shot goes behind the net. Off the side, maybe. Evan Rodriguez will dump it in. Grubauer will go out to play it, hopefully safely. Yep, safely. All right. Oh, here we go. Kraken up 1-0. Shots on goal are still 17-9 in favor of the Avalanche, but a lucky bounce off the elbow of Myers has the Kraken up 1. First line out there for the Avs looking for the response. The Kraken have a 3-on-2 chance coming back the other way, but it's towards the end of a long shift, so they're going to get a change instead of coming in. Nice play there by Tolvanen to try and force the matter, but here goes McKinnon trying to rush through. Nice strip there from Gord. Great play from Gord to take that off the stick of McKinnon as he was rushing down along the boards. All right, let's get another catch. Try and find a few more of these. Time and period. I've been trying to find a way to get to do the time, but I haven't found a good way to like get the time up on the graphic yet. I know there's probably a way to do it. I just haven't been able to find a way to do it yet. So hope maybe next season we'll be able to get that going, but it's currently 15 minutes left in the second. Kraken up 1-0. So I'll try and give you the time whenever there's like face-offs and stuff like that, or every couple of minutes I'll give an update on the time. McCann won't be back for a long time. We'll see. I think he has a chance to be back at some point in the second round if the Kraken can get there. But obviously, I mean, he's missed everything since early on game 3. So he's missed essentially the last 4 games of the series. Here we go. The Kraken get a rush the other way. Broken it's 2-on-2 now. Eberle, backhand shot. Turned out by Georgiev. Held in. Schultz keeps it around. Eberle's going to get to it first. He checks for a hit coming. Nothing coming. He keeps it in, but turns it over. Soucy defense. 3-on-2 for the Kraken if they can get in quickly. Cartier shot. Blocked loose. Shit, still loose out in front. And the Avs survive it. Kraken getting some chances here. Here comes Beniers right down the middle. Right down the middle. Does he drop it? He does drop it. Shot! Oh, rebound goes wide of the net and came out the other side. Geeky tries to get to it. He's held up. Oh. First line out there for the Avalanche against the second line of the Kraken. Is that blocked in front? No. Got out to Makar in the corner. Hit on Makar from Alexiak, but Makar got it around the boards. Out to Makar on the far side. He's got some space, but well out. Shot! Grubauer makes the save. Net comes off. Grubauer caught it anyway, so we'll get a stoppage and a face-off in the Kraken end. Oh, boy. That was a pass from one corner off to the end. Oh, what a save, Grubauer. That is his second big save on McKinnon. They'll go to commercial break. I will be right back. All right, we're back. We're back. Kraken up 1-0 once again. Kraken scoring first in all 7 games of round 1. And with teams that score first so far in these playoffs winning 72% of the time, the Kraken would like to be on that end of it. They're definitely booing Ebbs. Yeah, I mean, you'd expect as much. Again, I'd be a little disappointed in the Avalanche fans if they weren't booing Ebbs. It was it was a really bad decision to make that hit on Cogliano. And again, it leads to an injury that'll have him out for whatever amount of playoffs the Avalanche have left. Whether that's the rest of this game or anything past that. So you'd expect as much from the Avalanche, even though it was, even if he didn't mean to, which he definitely didn't, it's still a bad decision for the say the very least. And again, there's the frustration of the fact that it was poorly officiated on top of that, where it was called a 2-minute minor and didn't even have, so because they call it a 2-minute minor, they don't even have a chance to review it, which it should have been called a 5-minute major and at least give them the chance to review it, and then probably should have been held at a 5-minute major. Of course, the Kraken saw a similarly terrible thing happen in Game 3 when McCann took that hit. They didn't even call anything right away. The linesman had to come down and basically tell the ref that he had to call something. And they do call a 5-minute major, but then they reviewed it and somehow figured out it was a 2-minute anyway. So neither of those situations officiated well or played well by the guys that laid the hits. Anyway. Oh! Good defense again to keep that pass from getting through for the chip in. Here goes Bjorkstrand! In! Shot scores! Bjorkstrand 2-0 Kraken! Bjorkstrand puts it in! Woo! Let's go! Oh my god, who starts this play? Is that Gord? Gord gets it up to Tolvanen. Tolvanen puts it past Taves. And Bjorkstrand far posted in past the glove of Georgiev. Let's go! Oh, I was waiting for Bjorkstrand to score in this series too. Right before these playoffs started, I saw there was a highlight, and it was trolling Bruins fans because they're like, hey, Bruins fans, just because you had that season doesn't mean you won the cup yet, which turns out they did get upset in the first round, but it was someone trolling Bruins fans who were basically assuming they had already won the cup after the season they had, showing the game-winning goal when Tampa Bay lost to Columbus. Eberle, around, shot, blocked in front. Back out to Eberle, shot! Oh, block again, it goes out. The Kraken will have to reset it out. But anyway, the game-winning goal in Game 4, when the Blue Jackets beat the record-setting Lightning, was Bjorkstrand scoring the goal for the Blue Jackets, and on the call was Forsland. So I was just waiting for another Forsland on Bjorkstrand call, and who knows, it could be another series winner. Oh, let's go. All right. Yeah, we're going to have to just cut that off. Sorry, I was not looking at the comments there for a second, so going to have to ask for that to stop, and if it continues, I'm just going to have to mute. All right. Good for you, but I'm sorry they're not going to allow spam in here, so just going to have to put in timeout, I guess. There we go. Yeah, I'm not not gonna let spam happen. I don't keep it civil in here. Probably need to get some mods at some point here as well. Oh, first line back out there for the Avs again, trying to respond after another Kraken goal. I have a bot in the chat. Yeah, it's happened. It's been a while since it happened, so I got complacent. It's been so long since I had a bot in one of these streams that I forgot that that's a thing that you have to look out for. Avalanche will have a power play probably at some point. There has not been a power play yet in this game, and we know that the deeper in the playoffs and the deeper in each round it gets, the more and more those whistles get swallowed by the officials. Oh boy. Oh boy. Don't like it. Don't like it. Don't like it. Who is this? Byram circling with it. Makar has it now. Makar to the side for McKinnon. McKinnon looking for a pass to Makar. Makar shot. Save. Grubauer. Rebound comes out. They still have it. Taves. Nope, sorry, Byram. Rantanen has it. Kraken are hemmed in at this point as the Avalanche try and roll a change slowly. Rantanen has it. First line still out there, but they get the D changed. Shot from Makar is saved by Grubauer. Still Avalanche in possession. Byram circles around with it. Byram still circling, looking for a shooting lane. Shot! Out in front. Once again, a rebound. Broken up by Schwartz. Schwartz gets out. He gets tripped up. No call, which I think is fair enough. It was not a blatant trip necessarily. Might have gotten called in the regular season, but it's definitely not one you're going to see get called too often in the playoffs. Beniers shot! Oh, how did that stay out, Georgiev? Oh my goodness, what a save from Georgiev on Beniers. That should be 3-0. Beniers just got robbed. Nice defense on Schultz as Comfer gets it back down to the Kraken end. Here's Taves. Shot. Blocked in front by Cartier. Right back to Taves. Taves across. 9 minutes left in the second. Taves to the side. Lehkonen shot. Big. Or sorry, that's not Lehkonen. That's Rodriguez. Either way, blocker saved by Grubauer and a big one. And that'll come in offside as puck did come out before Nieto could get it back in. Oh, have mercy. Kraken up 2-0. Yeah, I think I technically put him in timeout, but I don't know if I have to let him out of timeout, and that's not going to happen. So, they're out. I don't know if it was actually a bot or just someone spamming, but either way, I don't really care. I don't really care what, like, it doesn't matter what someone spams. You can spam the nicest things, and unless it's like Go Kraken or something like that, and even that, like, let's just not spam, you know? Let's just not spam, right? That's not that hard. Please say hi. Hi, PSG. I'm going to say go Kraken. Go, just for you, PSG, go Kraken. I know that's not what you're typing, but hello. Hello and go Kraken. All right, we've had a lot of chats go by. Obviously, the spam chats and some more. Seattle Kraken have been really good on the road all season. We can get this. That is a deflection goal. Yep. That was the Gores. So we're still ways back. I'm trying to get caught up here on a commercial break. Okay, here we go. Already so much better offensive play. Yeah, the Kraken getting the momentum going there. What is this? Use pin live score to show time. I know there's, I think if I use OBS for this stream, and I think if you use, oh shoot, what's the other one? StreamYard or something like that. There's other ways to get plugins and stuff, but I just haven't had the time to honestly figure that out during the course of the season. So maybe next year. It's not gonna happen during the playoffs. I just don't have the time, unfortunately. But I'll keep trying to give updates on the time. Appreciate trying to help though. Come on, Colorado, knock this. Hey, look, I think the Kraken roster might have more Stanley Cups on the Avalanche roster, even with the Avalanche having won it last year. Might be a bit of a stretch, but it's close. There's a lot of cups on this Kraken roster. Okay, it might be the second year for the franchise, but other than Beniers and Cartier, there's a lot of experience out there for the Kraken, especially playoff experience. Offside again. Gord doesn't hear the whistle and lays a little hit. That'll draw some oh, of course it's Byram that Gord hits. Byram and Gord from like early on game one have been going at each other this entire series. As far as like a one-on-one player matchup rivalry in this series, it's been Gord and Byram for sure. Not a surprise from a Kraken standpoint that Gord would be the guy that has the biggest like player-on-player rivalry. You're cheering for the Aves and you want a shout out from I'll give a shout out. I don't care. Like, again, as long as you're not like spamming or anything like that, I don't care. I'll give shout outs. I'm not going to cheer for the same team as you. I'll give a shout out. We're good. Everyone's welcome in here. Everyone's welcome as long as you're respectful in the chat. Here we go. Bjorkstrand, Tolvanen shot. Glove save on Georgiev. Kraken once again on a rush there, going for that glove side of Georgiev, even though it's on the far side. Tolvanen, though, that one is saved from a pretty similar spot as Bjorkstrand shot it from. Let's keep it civil in the chat. I'm trying to keep an eye on it as much as I can while also watching the game. I want to say things, but I'm so superstitious. Believe me, I almost didn't want to say anything when it came to how my bracket was going. This game's still far from over. Just 5-0 or 8:05, sorry, 8:05 left in the second here. Kraken lead 2-0. Shots on goal though. Avalanche still have it there, 25-14. It's the second line out there for the Avs, kept in by Cartier. Shot goes wide. Oh, Georgiev pokes it back into the corner as Cartier and Beniers come together. They don't actually hit each other, but they're in the same spot at the same time, which isn't necessarily what you're always looking for. It's all right, though. Avalanche back down on the Kraken end of the ice. Second line out there still for the Avs. It's Rodriguez and Dunn fighting for the puck. Dunn gets the better of that one out to Beniers. Beniers up to Cartier. Cartier across to Eberle, who will hear it. In onside. Beniers out in front. Oh, wide. Oh. Eberle tried to get out in front, back to Cartier off the rebound. Beniers another good look, but a good poke there and save from Georgiev. We got JT Compher and Larson still tangled up in the side. They get that figured out. 6 people now down behind the Kraken net as Grubauer gets comfortable. Doing like a half splits, so gets comfortable is really saying something. And a miscommunication there on the Avs as that puck goes all the way down to their end of the ice of their own accord. It's only icing if the team on the defense does it. Kraken get the change. No Donato. Looks like Wemberg's out there in Donato's place, which might be something to watch. I don't know if that's just for this shift or something happened to Donato that I missed. A little spin there from Wemberg. Collide along the boards. Who's out here now? Schwartz. They're going to the second line now. Schwartz has it. He'll get it up. Goes after it, but the Avalanche get it back. Oh, boy. 2-on-0. Oh, off the post. Oh, boy. Was that... I think that was Rantanen and Lehkonen that were on the 2-on-0. And Rantanen just took the shot and put it off the post. Yikes. That is 2 of the players, maybe not the absolute 2 worst, but 2 of the worst players to have in that situation. Nice defense there by Borgen up to Geekie. Geekie to Gord. Gord along the side, throws it, glove hand. Caught off net from Georgiev. He dumps it out. Byram up to McKinnon. McKinnon across to Rantanen. First line in there for the Avs. 5:30 left in the second. Save made by Grubauer and a shot from the outside of the faceoff circle. Oh, boy. Kraken are pretty good. I'm telling you. I tried to tell people with the series preview video that this was going to be a close series. Oh, that beat Grubauer on the glove side, but went off the post and out. Shout me out, I'm supposed to be asleep. The football fanatics. Welcome into the football fanatics. Let's go, Kraken. Trying to keep up with the chat, but I'm not getting everything, so we're watching the game mostly here. But we're on commercial now, so that we can get some chats. I'm so nervous. I want to be relaxed, but while they're up 2. Yeah, it's still far from over. Still got, I think, like 4 minutes, 30 seconds here left in the second period, and then a full third period for the Kraken if they want to close this one out. And the Avalanche have come back from being down 2-0 already twice in this series. They won one of those, and the Kraken won the other one in OT. Bro, Grubauer is literally insane. Yeah, I think Grubauer, like, even for those of us like me that think Grubauer has gotten a little bit too much heat over the last couple of years, and I'm not saying he's been like I'm not saying he was good last year or that he was amazing this season or anything like that, but I still think got an unfair amount of the heat for what his stats look like. Because again, goaltender stats have a lot of what happens in front of them just baked in there, and I don't know, it's hard to measure goaltending. Yeah, I don't even for those of us that think Grubauer has gotten a little too much heat, we're not expecting what he's done in this playoff run, this playoff series so far. I think there is definitely some amount of this is his old team, and the last time he was in the playoffs, he was with the Avalanche. That's in this as well. Let's go Kraken. Absolutely, let's go Kraken, says Football Fanatics. Oh, wide of the net. I don't know where that tip was going, but it's basically a block there from Malkin. Ooh, that was borderline. Might have been a trip in the regular season. Oh, it's back and forth. Who has it? Who has it? It's up against the net boards. Gore or Schwartz, sorry, Schwartz and Gord, so it's both of them down there. And eventually it is right back actually in their feet. It came out for a second, then went right back into the feet of Schwartz and Taves. Out to the side for Wennberg. Wennberg in. Down along behind the net. Wennberg still gets to it. He gets it up to Gord, sorry. Gord to Dunn. Dunn back down around, and that's turned over to Bowen Byram. He gets it out. Oh, turned back over to Gord. Coming back in. Gord chips it in. Bjorkstrand will go after it. And flung out by Tolvanen, but no one's up there. So Larson will have to go all the way back to get to it. Thank you for the play-by-play. I'm looking to do something similar. I find your live streams very entertaining. Kudos. Best of luck. It's a lot to keep track of. It's a lot of fun, though. Thanks for joining, and best of luck in doing it yourself. Here we go. Kraken behind their net. Get the breakout going. Okay, Donato is out there, so I don't know if they just have a line switch up going or what. And Donato is offside. So Beniers comes in with Donato offside. 2 games / choke would be weird. I changed my mind. Yo, go Kraken. Go Kraken indeed, Joshua. Go Kraken. Grubauer is solid, says Joshua later on. So yes, indeed. Bruins thought they had one, and look at what Bruins thought they had one, and look what happened. So you can't be too cocky with the lead. True, although the Bruins only had a 1-goal lead, but still. Bros imitating Luis Castillo in Toronto last year. Oh, what's happening back there? There's bodies all over the ice. Comes up with Makar having the puck. Taves will dump it into the Kraken end where McKinnon gets to it. Oh boy, Taves to Makar. Makar back to Taves. Back to Makar. Lehkonen shot wide. Off the boards. Can the Kraken get to it first? No. Lehkonen has it now. He'll get it across. Oh, nice play by McKinnon. McKinnon shot. Big save, Grubauer, blocker side. Oh, my goodness, Grubauer. Oh, Grubauer is robbing the Avalanche in this game. And 3 on McKinnon, that any one of those 3 could have easily been a goal, and you would not be able to blame Grubauer. Sprong from well out. Rebound from Georgiev, but goes straight to... I think that's Byram. It's hard to tell. Might be Makar. And that will be icing as Susie wins the race. Oh. Grubauer has been amazing so far. No jinx, indeed, knock on wood. But yeah, I mean, this entire series, Grubauer's had a heck of a series. Let's go Kraken. Says Vietnamese style. Indeed. Wow, still no penalties. Yeah, again, the later you get, especially once you get to a game 7, they'll really swallow the whistles. Although there hasn't been anything that was like, there's definitely been some stuff that I think would have gotten called in the regular season, but nothing that's been like blatantly obvious as far as a missed call that you would expect to see even in postseason play. It's been a pretty clean game as postseason goes so far. Sprong trying to cherry pick there a bit. Cartier will go in after it. Georgiev comes out to play it. Cartier tries to get to it first, but it gets back out to is either Rodriguez or Bowen Byram. That, however, is definitely a penalty. Yeah, they're going to call tripping on Dunn. That could have been anything else. That could have been interference. That could have been holding. You can't argue with that. That is definitely a penalty on Dunn. Whatever you want to call that, it's a penalty. So with 150 left in the second, the Avalanche will go to a power play that, if the Kraken can kill it off, will bleed over into the second period with 10 seconds at the start of the third period, sorry. 150 left in the second, Kraken leading 2-0. Avs will start a power play. And if you're the Avalanche, you definitely need to convert on this power play. Just 1 for 17 on the power play in this series are the Avalanche. Now, that is partially due to a spectacular save from Grubauer late in Game 6, but... And also, yeah. Actually, was it the power play they scored on? I think it was the power play the Avalanche scored on. They also almost scored on earlier, but put one off the post. That was in Game 3? Pretty sure that was Game 3. What am I drinking? It's like a mix of fizzy water and some other stuff. It's not beer. I was thinking about going beer, but keeping it clear for Game 7. We might have a celebratory drink if the Kraken pull this one off, but we'll keep staying off the alcohol for the moment. 3 minutes till the next period. Yep. Kraken keep it out again, killing off more time. Avalanche not anything through the first 30 seconds of the power play. Another good poke from Gord, forces it back. Rantanen gets in. Nice Beniers, nice play Beniers. Oh no, out to the side, McKinnon shot. And he puts it high and out of play. So we'll get a face-off with just over a minute left. Just over a minute left in the second. How much time is left in the period? Just over a minute. I know that was an old question, but I'll answer it anyway. He done the dead. Get the time on there, hoping to next season, yeah. I looked into it. It was one of the things I meant to get to actually this last off season, but then had it kind of COVID took me out of commission for almost a month, really out of commission for like a week, and then kind of still some going there for a month. So I lost about a month of the off season for the channel, unfortunately. And that was one of the things that I didn't have time to get to. The Kraken managed to clear it again. 40 seconds left in the period as the Avalanche get back in. McKinnon has it up by the blue line. Whoa, Tanev tries to poke it off the stick and McKinnon can't quite. Avoided the trip, which is good. Taves has it back to McKinnon. Shot! Scores! Dang it! Crap. 27 seconds left in the period, and McKinnon finds it on a one-timer. Just far side past Grubauer. Let's see this again. Grubauer kind of pulled his shoulder in because of the moving screen from Rantanen. It just squeezed right through right between Rantanen and Grubauer. You got to get someone in that lane, I think, if you're the Kraken. But either way, it's 2-1. It's 2-1. Drop a link. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what link you're asking for, but I'm not gonna do any links to. I'm watching it through Fubo, and I'm not gonna put links in the chat. Sorry. 10 seconds left in the first. Icing. It'll come back down to the Kraken end of the ice. You only stream hockey games? I have so far. Oh, just a tiny window. It actually goes off of Rantanen's shorts, so I don't know if he'll get credit for that. They've given McKinnon credit for the goal, but as weird as it sounds, I wouldn't be surprised if Rantanen gets credit for that goal because it goes off of his shorts. 5 seconds left. You need to just press it against the boards and get to the intermission. Horn sounds. So the Kraken, a better second period. They'll take the lead to the third period where they've been very good throughout the season, but they let up the late one on the power play to the Avs. And it's a game going into the third of Game 7. I do not feel remotely comfortable with a 1-point lead. I mean, that's the thing about having your team, like cheering for a team in the playoffs, is it can be like a 2 or 3 goal lead and you still don't feel the most comfortable until it's like completely, basically mathematically impossible. Daryl watching TV, bedroom right now. Daryl happy 3. Daryl good games. Daryl Oilers. I don't know what's going on with Daryl there, but it's okay. Still up by 1. Still up by 1. Yep, that's why getting that multi-goal lead is important. But now it's one shot away from being tied, so you gotta find a way to respond in the third. Swear, I almost did. I try to keep it as family friendly as I can here, but plus with YouTube, you never know when YouTube's going to decide to just have a go banhammer on anybody that swears. Seems as if the last 2 minutes are our enemy. Yeah, not the first time this series the Kraken have gotten scored on in the final seconds of a period. Of course, that one does come on a power play, and honest, like Grubauer had robbed McKinnon already 3 times. So, I mean, if McKinnon takes enough of those shots, he's going to find the back of the net some way eventually, and he ends up putting it off of Rantanen's butt. Still gets the score for it, but I can't take this. Pretty sure Colorado has mostly. I'm not gonna. Nope, not gonna read that. Keep it classy in the chat, people. Keep it respectful. Come on. All has no breaks. No one can beat Grubauer. All gas, no breaks off. That's what you're going for. What do you think about Boston losing, and do you think the Rangers win tomorrow or the Devils? Well, as I said earlier, the bracket that I made has been doing pretty good so far, so I'm gonna stick with it, and I picked the Rangers to win in 7. So I'll say Rangers win tomorrow. I wouldn't put money on it, but I'll stick with the Rangers there. As for the Bruins losing, obviously it's a surprise. Nobody was expecting that. I don't think nobody in their right mind was expecting the Bruins to lose in the first round. That having been said, it has kept with the trend of teams that in North American sports, if you set a record for most wins in a season, you're probably going to have a disappointment somewhere in your postseason. So it does keep with that trend of all in on the regular season, set that record, and then the playoffs lead to disappointment. Again, we talked about obviously the 2019 Lightning. There's going to be comparisons drawn there, even though that Lightning team got swept out in the first round. But still, there's going to be those comparisons with this Bruins team, especially with the Bruins getting almost reverse swept. They had a 3-1 series lead, and they blew a 3-1 series lead after that regular season, which is almost, I don't know if that's worse than getting swept. Probably not, because you still made it to 7 games, I guess. But that's still pretty bad. And then, yeah, baseball, obviously, Seattle fans know all too well with the 2001 Mariners, that 116 wins, 2001 team that lost in the ALCS. NBA, again, I don't know what year it is because I haven't followed the NBA since 2008. And even then, I didn't follow it super closely. But the Golden Knights, when they set the record in the NBA and then blew a 3-1 lead, and I think it was the NBA final that season. And, of course, the undefeated Patriots when they lost to Eli Manning and the Giants. I almost said Rangers. So, yeah, I haven't followed the NBA since the Supersonics left. Hoping for Seattle Leafs fan. Appreciate it, Tim. Appreciate you hoping for the Kraken to win here. Let's go Kraken, finish Colorado. Let's see else. What else do we got here? Trying to keep up with the chat as we are in second. Actually, real quick, I should probably change this over to third period. Again, sorry I don't have the game time. I know. But I'll try to keep the updates on the game time throughout the course of play. Every couple minutes, I'll try and give an update on where we're at time-wise. Probably a little bit behind on the stream, but that's the way streaming works. YouTube has like a 15-second delay, and then streaming in general has like 30-second to a minute delay. So if you're watching it on cable, the stream, me talking is probably like a minute behind, but that is what it is. There we go. I think that got switched over. Third period. We're good. Third period. Rangers will win it, says tomorrow. Nicholas Seahawks. Assuming that's in response to something else. But yes, go Seahawks, Nicholas. I agree. Also says Supersonics later. Bring them back. Maybe Schwartz scores. 3-1 Kraken. I'm hoping for Seattle. Said that. Just went and quilted a Kraken blanket today. All right, John. Okay. Need another round of playoffs to get it completed. Well, you know what? For John's quilting skills and that quilt, if for no other reason, we got to hope for round 2 just for that. For the quilt. President's Trophy curse. Yep. I think Larson will get the next goal. I'd be okay with it. I want the Rangers and Kraken in the final. You know what? If the Kraken are in the final, I'm all for it. I'm all for the Kraken in the final, regardless of who it's against. President's Trophy curse. Yeah, so that one. Bye number 63. Oh man, I haven't had a chance to look up anything, but I hope we got some good sad Marchand memes going. I don't know what's better, the sad Marchand memes, or if you, I mean, obviously the Seahawks fan, it's easily sad Marchand, but if you don't like the Bruins or the Seahawks, I don't know if you like sad Marchand or sad Sherman better. Those are the two like sad memes I can. Obviously, there's the sad Michael Jordan meme as well, but that's a bit different. I was sad for the Kings losing. That's my second team. Yeah, I really thought that game. I thought that series was going to 7, even though I picked it to be Oilers in 6. It really felt like that series was destined for 7 games. Didn't happen. That being said, it is for the NHL in general. I think generally speaking, it's good for the NHL to have McDavid in the playoffs a little bit longer. Maybe Mikkola scores 3-1 Kraken. I don't think the Kraken have a Mikkola that can score. Go Canes. I did pick the Canes to win the cup in my bracket, so my bracket would like the Canes to win it all. If it can't be the Kraken, then sure, why not? Grubauer is rated so low, but came in clutch again. like I said earlier, even for someone that thinks Grubauer takes too much heat for that first season for the Kraken, and again, I think he plays way better than his stats have pointed to most of the time. He definitely has his games where it just, and maybe that's part of the problem, is that he plays, at least this season, he played well in a lot of games, but then just had a couple of games where it was just a nightmare, and that tanks the stats. So, but I wasn't expecting Grubauer to have this kind of a season, or this kind of a postseason so far. Yeah, I'm not reading that again. From your mouth to heaven's ears. Lightning was a choke job. The Bruins wasn't a choke so much as an upset. I mean, yeah. Like, I would agree the Lightning is more of a choke because they didn't even win a postseason game after setting the record in the regular season. But I feel like it would be I feel like there's still a little bit of a choke there from the... I mean, I don't even care if you're a regular season... I don't care if you set a record in the regular season or if you came in as an 8th seed. If you have a 3-1 series lead, you should probably win that series. There's a little bit of a choke in there with the 3-1 series lead. Matty B, please stop. You the man, Supersonics for life. Bring them back. Bring back the Supersonics. I've never been super into the NBA, especially not since the Sonics left, but if the Sonics came back, I would at least follow it. Probably don't have time to make too many videos about it. I don't even have time to make videos about the Mariners and Seahawks as much as I'd like to. But I'd follow them. Do you know the NHL script writers? Could you maybe ask them for a favor? I thought I did. I thought I did until the Bruins lost Game 7. Although that was the one series that I already had wrong. Unfortunately, I had the Bruins in the conference finals, so my bracket's kind of screwed even if every other series goes well. Release the Kraken, Oilers fan, but would love to see Oilers, Seattle in the conference finals. You know what? I'm for it. Kraken make it to the conference final against the Oilers, like you said. Good for him. And then we saw Kraken Rangers in the Cup final later. Again, very possible. So I'm all for both of those. That having been said, after Oilers Kraken regular season games this year, like it's bad enough being nervous every time McKinnon has the puck. I don't need that, but worse every time McDavid touches the puck. Don't be transphobic. Definitely not. All for the LGBTQ community. But we got to keep it respectful. I feel like some of the comments haven't necessarily been respectful of that community, and that's not what we're about. All for him. Hockey's for everyone. Be nice if all the teams could just wear those rainbow jerseys, but of course, things just have to be complicated for no good reason. But we're also not why we're here, so we're going to stick to the game. Where the Kraken have the 2-1 lead going into the third, a team that has been very good at finishing off games going into the lead with a third period. Going into the third period with a lead is what I meant to say. What channel is Fubo? I've been searching. Fubo is a streaming service. Sorry, to be clear. Fubo is a streaming service. It's like YouTube TV, so you have to, unfortunately, pay a subscription that's probably too much money for most. I mean, let's be honest, it's too much money in general. The only reason that I bother paying for it is because I make a little bit of money with this channel, enough that I can pay for the Fubo so that I can do these streams reliably, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, it is a streaming service, but it's the only streaming service that carries Root Sports. Fortunately, I mean, for the playoffs, if I had to recommend one, I'd recommend YouTube TV. If you're not going to, sail the high seas for your streaming content, I'd recommend YouTube TV because it has the whole playoffs. Because they've got ESPN, TNT, and TBS on YouTube TV, and those are where the playoffs have been so far, and they have the rest of the playoffs the rest away, or mostly ESPN, I think. Thanks for doing this. Cheering from the Kraken from New Zealand. Oh, early in the morning in New Zealand, I think, right? If I'm not wrong. Early on Monday in New Zealand. just report and block that guy like I did. Yeah, I probably should, but I'll give him a chance. Give him one more chance to be respectful. Tolvanen gets the next goal. Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry, not even Tolvanen. Golvanen gets the next goal. All for it. Let's go, Golvanen. So glad the Bruins are out. Bergeron is gone from Boston, too. Yeah, this probably was Bergeron's last game. Right? Bergeron? Yeah, Bergeron's last game. Bruins blew a 3-1 lead. Network/channel on Fubo. It's Root Sports on Fubo is what I'm watching it, but I think the ESPN feed is all, or TNT. I think the TNT feed is also on Fubo as well. If you would rather watch the TNT feed. Clash of the Titans. Been in the dubs 6 weeks. What is hockey? Please do not say number 63's name. It only gives him power. How about the Rat? The Boston Rat. What's the score? It should say up there somewhere. It's 2-1 Kraken going into the third. Checking in from Raleigh. Go Canes. You know what? I'll say this about Raleigh. Cal Raleigh is a man amongst boys in the MLB. So I'm all for Raleigh because Cal Raleigh is fantastic. Oh boy, there's a lot of chats here. I gotta get through these. Oh, I see, lol. Bruins never deserved to move on. Look, just because you win 65 games in the regular season doesn't give you any more wins in the postseason. You gotta earn those. Could I get a shout out? Kenneth Walker, you can absolutely get a shout out. Kenneth Walker the third. If you're the real Kenneth Walker, you can especially have a shout out. I mean, Kenneth Walker, you should have won. You should have won Offensive Rookie of the Year. There's no question about that. And Wolin should have won Defensive Rookie of the Year. The only reason you didn't is because the NFL needed to make sure that the New York Jets had something going for them because it's a big market team and they've been a sad sack for a long time. So the NFL just needed to make sure that their team in New York got the attention. So that's the only reason that Walker and Wolin didn't win the Rookies of the Year like they should have. Beyond that, obviously the Jets end up getting Aaron Rodgers, and if the Jets already had Rodgers and media attention for that, then maybe they don't need to find excuses to give Offense and Defensive Rookie of the Year to the Jets as well. But that's just my completely non-biased take. Feels like Grubauer would have strings of really good starts and then would have one really bad start during the regular season. Yeah, that was definitely true this year. He'd have a bunch of good starts in a row and then that one really bad start that just there's a couple of times where he got his save percentage right up to 900 and then a bad start and it would tank right back down. Then he had Jones would go in for a couple of games, but then Grubauer comes back, a couple more good starts, hits 900, bad game right back below 900. So yes, I definitely agree with that assessment. I'm a Ducks fan. Too many young guys and no captain. No wonder they got last place. Yeah, and I don't think they were helped by letting go of shoot, why am I spacing on it? Sonny Milano. I don't know, the two guys that got let go and actually I would say Ryan Donato was in here as well, but not quite as much. The two guys I was really surprised that were RFAs that didn't get qualifying offers and their teams just let them go to free agency were Sonny Milano for the Ducks and Evan Rodriguez for the Penguins. And Sonny Milano, I think, ended up with Calgary, if I'm not mistaken, and didn't really end up doing much. So who knows if that, I think he had a good spot on the Ducks, and if he had just stayed there, he would have continued to play well. So I don't know why they decided to not do that. But then Evan Rodriguez, obviously, Kraken are seeing, he's very, very much earned a spot on the second line of the defending champs. Now, obviously, this is not as deep of a roster as the Avalanche had last year, but yeah, I still baffling to me why the Penguins let Evan Rodriguez go in free agency. So I would say that for the Ducks, they didn't help themselves. I also don't know why they went all in on going for that trade of Klingberg, trading for Klingberg. But I mean, if you're the Ducks, none of it matters if you end up getting the first overall pick and you get Bedard. And even if you don't get Bedard, you're still going to get potentially generational talent in one of those top 4 spots. But we're about to start the third period. Puck is about to be dropped here between Gord and McKinnon. Kraken win it back with the 2-1 lead as we get going here for the last, well, not necessarily, but the last 20 minutes of regulation play in the Colorado Avalanche versus Seattle Kraken series. Jaden Schwartz is about to get jiggy. I'm here for it. Hockey is for everyone. Absolutely, Rocky Mountain Pride. Not gonna come close to disagreeing with that. I don't know if we're gonna get to all these chats. I'm the biggest Walker fan, bro. 12 for life. Let's hear it. All about the Kraken. Here we go. Kraken win another faceoff this time in their end. Dunn will dump it back down. Georgiev plays it behind the net. Back up along the boards. Bjorkstrand, Tolvanen puts it around the boards back for the Kraken, where Borgen does keep the zone. Back behind the net for Tolvanen, up to Bjorkstrand. Bjorkstrand along the corner. He's trying to keep it away from McKinnon, which is a good thing to do. Pulls up, shoots, blocked in front by Taves. McKinnon with the puck behind the net, over to Taves. Kraken will go off on a change as the puck gets past Borgen. And Rantanen has it. Avs back down into their end. Thought Geeky was going to get to that first, but Gerard got to it. Gerard up and tipped or forced back down in. Grubauer's out to play it. All right, didn't pop out, but Alexiak has it now, so the Kraken will get out. This is still offside, but they do not touch it. Colorado, that is. Rodriguez has it. Pulls up, looks for a pass, doesn't find one, shoots. I don't know if that was saved or went high, but it's kept out. Borgen gets it out. The Kraken will get a change here, as it is the 4th line that comes out. Sprong, Tanev, and Donato. The Avs have it in their end of the ice. Avs down 2-1, leading shots on goal 17-29. As we are 2 minutes into the third, almost. Avs right back into their end of the ice. Blocked in front. Taves has it again. He can't get it out. Oh, keep it in. Nice play. Sprong has it. Tight angle shot. Rebound. Sprong again. Out to Larson. Larson floats it on net looking for a tip, and it is gloved from Georgiev as Gord was looking for a screen or a tip. But Georgiev has it in his glove, and we'll get a face-off at 17:51 in the Avalanche end of the ice. All right. I vote no more tornado, hurricane, or blizzard warnings during games. You're a great host. Sorry for being a jerk in your channel. It's all right. Just keep it respectful. Just keep it respectful. That's all I ask. Let's go Schwartz, Dunn, and Mikkola. Sorry, I'm trying to keep an eye on the game, so I might not get to the chats right away. So sorry if you didn't see your first chat right away there, Eric. But oh, and McKinnon scores. From outside, way up, and McKinnon ties it. Ah! Another 2-0 lead the Kraken cannot hang on to. Rantanen just going around. Taves and McKinnon just put it perfectly off to the far side. Perfect shot from McKinnon. No, Hackstall's calling over. Oh, it's a timeout. Okay. Oh, Kraken challenging for offside. It is. It's offside. That's offside. Lekkonen's offside. That's coming back. That's coming back. Lekkonen's, yeah, that's not even close. Lekkonen is a good foot offside by the time that puck gets across the line. Yeah, that's coming back. That's not even going to be a quick one. That's going to be a quick one. Oh, the Kraken are going to dodge a bullet here. I mean, unless you get just the absolute most controversial call of all time. I mean, that's okay. That might be a stretch, but this should be a quick one. Yep, they're already back with the call. Here we go. Offside. Let's go. No goal. It's still 2-1. The Kraken dodge a bullet. And based on Bednar's reaction, I think he knew full well too. Yeah, that's as clear of a look as you're gonna get. Oh, thank goodness. All right, yeah, just like yep, you caught a break. You gotta take that as the shot across the bow, and do not let that happen again. Cartier and Comfer having some disagreements over whose stick gets to be on top of the others on the other side there. Oh, the Avalanche are right back in. Kept out. Avs are wanting that goal back, and they are in the Kraken end. Rodriguez circling around. He can't get to it. Eberle has it. Beniers in. Drop for Cartier. Cartier feathers it in for Beniers down in the corner behind the goal. Beniers gets it up for Larson. He'll have a shot. Stopped and saved. Held by Georgiev with no rebound. Oh. Why does Kraken deserve to win more than Avs? I mean, whoever wins the game deserves to win it. I don't think any team deserves to win this game more than the other. In Hackstall we trust. No goalie. It's no goal. No goal. No goal. No. Okay, yeah. So the second goal this series, the Avs have lost to offside. And the Avs have been offside a lot in this series. So that's definitely been an issue for them. Even outside of the 2 goals that have come off the board for them. Kraken still have it pinned. That's going to get out. I think the Avs should get to this, but yep, there we go. Newhook will get it out. That'll be a hand pass, and we'll get a face-off by that little Toyota logo there. In the neutral zone face-off. Right outside the Kraken blue line. Oh, man. Happiness. Party happening in the Queen Anne Beer Hall as the goal gets called off. Colorado wins this for sure. That's all right. You know what? You gotta believe if you're cheering for the Avs. You gotta tell yourself you believe until the final horn goes. Oh, nice play, Bjorkstrand. Here we go, back out the other way. Bjorkstrand will get to it down in the corner. A little bit of a hit from Taves, but Bjorkstrand was very ready for it. Still, the Avalanche are going to get it out on their heels. It's McKinnon in. A nice play, but not out from Alexiak to get it off of McKinnon. Does Gord will get to it? Gord will get it up along the boards where Tolvanen will get it out. And the Kraken should get a change here as Bjorkstrand will stay out to forecheck a bit. McKinnon's in with the puck. Bjorkstrand won't be able to get his part of the change. So he goes up. Donato has it though as McKinnon turns it over. Donato back out. Bjorkstrand off for his part of the change. Saved and held by Georgiev. So we'll get a face-off in the Avalanche end of the ice with 15:34 left in the third. Is it 2-1 or 2-2? It's 2-1. The Avalanche scored, but then it was taken back for offside. So I put it up there because I thought it was 2-2, but then it got taken off. So it's back to 2-1. Yeah, Colorado was Lehkonen was very clearly offside. So that they correctly called that one back. Eberle wins it back. Oh! Donato fighting for it. Avs have it. It's Bo and Byram behind their net. As Eberle will chase him down. Not get to him, though. Byram holds on to it. Donato goes for the hit, which at least separates... Oh, here we go. Donato out the other way. He'll just dump it in and go for a change. Beniers follows him. As Donato's taking over that every other shift from Cartier that we saw Tanev doing for a while. Eberle finishes the change. It's Wenberg's line out there now for the Kraken, and coming out for the Avalanche, it is... I don't know that it's the third or fourth line, but it's the one with Newhook and Malkin. I think that's the third line. Avalanche fans can let me know if I'm wrong. Their third and fourth lines are not getting a ton of time. NHL app says 2-2. It probably hasn't updated the no goal. We are just under 15 minutes left in the third. A face-off just outside the Kraken end. And it's the first line out there now for the Avalanche. They're going to get a lot of time here if they aren't able to even it up until... Pretty much, I would imagine, until they have... If they're able to get a lead, that'll be the only time where you might see it let up. But, oh! Lehkonen's shot is blocked in front. Lehkonen flings it in offside. Another offside. This one obviously not going to take a goal back, but another face-off outside the Kraken end with 14:30 left. Scott, can I get a shout-out? Sure you can, KJ. KJ Bren. Is this the craziest round one in the NHL? It's the craziest one that I've watched all 7 games of. I can say that for sure. Yeah, I would say this has been the most even series of all of them so far. Maybe like you could even it didn't go to 7 games, but I think you can make an argument with the Edmonton LA one that was also shot saved by Grubauer. I think you could make the argument with Edmonton LA that was also a very even series. Just Edmonton ended up winning 4 of the first 6 games. And really Tampa Bay, well no, Tampa Bay and Toronto had the 2 blowouts at the beginning. Boston, Florida was a pretty crazy series, even though Boston had the 3-1 lead and then Florida wins 3 straight. But that was 3 straight. That was a much more interesting series than anyone expected. And obviously a much different outcome than anyone expected. Come on, Maddie, we need another goal. Google pulled the goal off almost instantly. Gord wins it back for Alexiak. Big win there with that first line out there for the Avalanche. Bjorkstrand will get a shot! Off the crossbar. Oh, I heard the metal. And out of play. 14 minutes left in the third. We'll go to... Looks like we're going to commercial, so I'll be right back as well. I'll be right back. The 14 minutes left. Kraken lead 2-1. All right, we're back. 2-1. Kraken lead. 14 minutes left in the third. What do we got here? You had a quick TV timeout there. Had to take a timeout of my own for just a couple seconds. Take your goalie out? No, thank you. I mean, the Avs can take their goalie out. It'd be very aggressive to go empty net with 14 minutes left, but you know what? Of the 13 teams I picked, Kraken are the only team still in doubt. Or of the 3 teams I picked, the Kraken are the only team still in doubt. I'm rooting for the Kraken, but I think Las Vegas would be my pick out of the West. Kraken, obviously, Seattle to win. Yeah, I mean, picking the Kraken out of the West would still be pretty bold. Honestly, like it's definitely not what I'm rooting for, but I still feel like Dallas is the best team in the West. I mean, certainly when it comes to playoff hockey and the way that Ottinger finished that series, if Ottinger can keep playing that way, Dallas is going to be a very hard out. Oh, what a save from Grubauer. Who was that? The Avalanche just threw it in, and JT Compher that came in on the rush. He just beat everyone else to the puck. Yep. Compher just beats Dunn to it and gets the shot off. Big save from Grubauer there. Shots are 22-30 in favor of the Avalanche. Oh, face off down in the Kraken end. First line out there for the Avs, third line out there for the Kraken. Avs win the face-off, but are not able to keep control of it, which is good for Seattle. They can't get it out. Taves keeps it in. The Avalanche do not keep control. Bjorkstrand has it. Out to Gord. Gord has it going the other way. Oh, just keep that line out of the offensive end, please. Very hard to do, but please try. Oh, someone's rolling around on the ice. That's Golvanen. Tolvanen. Hi, Scott. Hello, Noah. I'm happy Washington finally has an NHL team. Have supported the Kraken. Absolutely, yep. You knew it was going to happen when they got one. Obviously, the season ticket sales getting sold out in 12 minutes. Larson in. Cartier has it. Cartier up to Beniers. Beniers back down to Cartier. Ref in the way. Cartier has it pushed back up along the boards. Eberle's going to get to it, but he'll just pull it out of the zone. Probably could have forced that back down. I think Beniers was in the corner for it, but that's all right. There we go. Good play, Eberle. Out in front for Tanev. Tanev with speed into the offensive end. He's going to chase after it into the corner. Oh, good job pulling up on that hit, but you knew Tanev wanted to take it. He was going to get 2 birds with 1 stone there. Good play by Schultz, but it goes out of play into the Colorado bench. So we will have a face-off in the neutral zone. Oh, at least you didn't lose to the Blues again. Leafs lose. Thought the game was tied at 2. It was, but it came back on a offside. And it was Lehkonen was clearly offside on the second McKinnon goal, so came off the board. Yeah, Lehkonen was offside for the second one, so it came back after a review. Only 2 teams I go for are the Kraken and any team against the Golden Knights. Oh, boy. Grubauer saved! Whoa! I thought that was blocked in front, but it got through to Grubauer, and he came up with another good save. Grubauer has been absolutely standing on his head in this game so far. Hopefully that keeps up as we're now at 11:30 left in the third. Kraken in the neutral zone, back and forth in the defensive end, looking for a way through the neutral zone. Larson and Dunn playing catch. Dunn will get it up to Gord into the offensive end. Gord will turn around, poke it back out to Dunn, who fires it off towards net. Blockered out by Georgiev. Dunn again. Fires it. Blocked in front. And this will come down into the Kraken end of the ice in the corner. Bjorkstrand has it. Or sorry, that was Tolvanen that had it. Bjorkstrand now getting it out into the neutral zone. Wait, there's Tolvanen. Who was it that, I don't know who that was. Maybe it was Wemberg? Oh yeah, it was Wemberg. Beniers line out there. Still Bjorkstrand caught out on the ice. Another long shift for him. Fought for behind the Kraken net. Second line out there for the Avalanche. Donato out with it. He gets it to center ice and then will chip it in and go after it. As it's the Beniers line with Donato instead of Cartier for this shift. Still kind of going every other shift for Cartier. Big hit Rodriguez on Donato. 9-on-9 crime there. Kraken back out. 3-on-2 here. No, 3-on-3 as the Beniers will get to it in the corner. Beniers wins it from two guys, but the third one takes it from him. Held in by Alexiak. He'll dump it in, and the Kraken will get a change. Schwartz out there on the ice. Rigged should be 2-2. No. That was as obvious as offside can get on the second goal. Here we go. Under 9:30 left. First line out there for the Avs. Into the offensive end. Kraken made it hard to get there, but they got there. McKinnon shoots it. Saved by Grubauer. Rebounds out there, but it comes out. Makar has it now. Out to McKinnon. Fired shot blocked in front. Whacked around, and it comes out. Will it be icing? Yes, it will. Oh, 11 more minutes. Less than that now. Never does time move more slowly than when you're up by one. Never mind being up by one in Game 7 of a playoff round. Please shout you out. PSG, you already got a shout out earlier on. Come on now. Epic W, they made me money. I'm assuming that's Florida. Do you have a favorite of all the Mariners players? It's hard not to like Julio. He's got the talent and the charisma for sure. So it's hard not to go with Julio of the current team. Although I do have a soft spot still for JP Crawford. I mean, look, I still like Kyle Raleigh obviously with the home run to send the Mariners to the playoffs, breaking the drought. Kelnick has been a great story this season, even if not a lot of other things have been going right for Seattle. Luis Castillo has been great. Go Leafs, Florida out. I don't know. Look, it took the Leafs, 19 years to get through one round? I don't know how long it's going to take them to get through two rounds. Although, like I said this earlier, I feel like the first round was the hardest for the Leafs. We'll see what that means going forward. Like, it's still a hard road either way. And this is a Florida team that is on a heater coming into that series, but I wouldn't feel confident betting on either team in that series. Florida going to spank the Leafs. Avalanche isn't done yet. They are definitely not done yet. They are not done yet. It's still a 1-goal game with plenty of time left. I pray for 3-1. Game is too close for comfort. I'll take 4-1. Yeah, even 3-1 I think would be too close for what we would call comfort. To be honest, I don't expect the Leafs to lose to Florida. Yeah, Florida, a little clutch. If the Kraken win this, is the weirdest playoffs ever. I don't know. Like, again, I didn't understand why everyone was so high on the Jets and low, like, everyone was looking at the Jets as the upset team in the West, which I just didn't really understand. I mean, I get that Connor Hellebuck is good, but I did not see that with the Jets. I felt like, honestly, the team that it was, even outside of being a fan of the Kraken, I thought this matchup was one where, again, the Avalanche are the favorite and deservedly so in the series going in. But I felt like this was the series where if you were going to have an upset in the West, it was probably going to come from this one. You know, especially considering that I don't like Stars Wild were so close in the regular season. I don't think you can really say that if the Wild had won that series, it would be an upset. And I guess Oilers Kings, maybe that could have been an upset if just from the aspect of the Oilers were so hot going into the playoffs. But I don't know. Still, it's still a 2 versus 3 seed, so. Everyone wants to see a new team win the cup. I'm all for it. As far as teams that haven't won the cup yet, the Kraken would be one that I would choose to win it. Beniers, nice play. Can they get it out? Bjorkstrand, still out there. We got 20, 21, and 22 out there on the forward end for the Kraken. Very interesting hodgepodge of guys. But we're still getting Gord will get out there. Broken up. Tolvanen in. 3-on-1. Wait, Bjorkstrand has 2 goals. Oh, the first one didn't go off Tanev, so Bjorkstrand has 2 in this game. Oh, Bjorkstrand almost had the Hattie there. I didn't realize they had taken the first one and taken it off Tanev and put it on Bjorkstrand. We got a 220 Canadian from Timothy. Appreciate it, Timothy. Sorry the Avs are going to win. We'll have to see. 7.5 minutes, they'll have to score twice. I mean, I guess they score once and then score again in overtime, but we'll see. Appreciate the donation anyway, Timothy, even if we are going to have to agree to disagree for the next 7.5 minutes. And then plus if it goes to overtime. Second line out there for the Avalanche. Beniers line out there for the Kraken. Rodriguez shoots. Blocked in front by Larson. Larson will chip it out. Gerard gets to it. Back into the offensive end. Comfer was apparently onside, but I don't know about that. But see if it matters. It will not matter as Eberle has it coming out. Eberle will probably look to get it in and go for a change. She gets it to Donato. Donato down into the corner. Will hold it there, waiting for backup. Backup does not quite get there in time. As Donato will finish the change to get Schwartz on the ice with the second line out there for the Kraken. Shot is blockered out. Save! Oh! Oh! All right. Wemberg out there through the neutral zone. Wemberg trying to play it to himself off the boards, but it's Schwartz who gets to it. Schwartz hit into the boards by Eric Johnson. Out to the other side for O'Connor. O'Connor coming out the other way for the Avalanche. Borgen and Johnson in the corner. 2 players with number 3 on their back as Wemberg has it coming out. Wemberg chips it in for Alexiak, of all people, going deep into the end. Alexiak cannot quite keep that held into the boards as the rest of it. Oh, almost turned over to Bjorkstrand. Oh, Bjorkstrand almost just stole that right out in front of the net. Bjorkstrand fighting forward along the boards. Tolvanen tries to put it along, kind of mishandles it. Now McKinnon has it coming the other way. Bjorkstrand tries to get off his stick. Kind of does for a second. But McKinnon able to play it back as it'll come out the other way. Turned over. Tolvanen. Oh, Bjorkstrand not able to handle it clean. Or sorry, that was Gord that wasn't able to handle it. Instead of saying the Kraken players' names, you can say Kraken because the Avs fan. Oh, not out. Makar keeps it in. Makar jukes around 2 guys. Looks for a third. Makar goes down twice. No call. The second one, he definitely just fell over on his own. Eberle shot! Blocked aside by Georgiev. Eberle fights for it down in the corner. Tanev now on the ice. I think he was just out there for the Cartier shift. 5 minutes left. Geeky cannot quite get it chipped in as Rodriguez has it circling around in the Avalanche end of the ice. I want to see the hat trick. Me too. Me too. Let's see the hat trick in the playoffs from Bjorkstrand. How sweet would that be? Oh, 4:30 left. Gerard has it. Shot. Shielded out. Comes out. Geeky will get it out of the zone. Chasing it down. Gerard will get to it as the Kraken try and go for a change. They will get that change. second line out there for the Avs. With Confer, it's the third line out there for the Kraken. I think awaiting the arrival of the first line for the Avalanche. Bjorkstrand's in. Bjorkstrand, power move, shot. Nah, tight angle shot is off the side of the net and kept out, or off a pipe or something. I don't know what that was off of. Oh man, we got over 600 people in here. Thank you all for joining. As we get into the final 4 minutes of the third period in Game 7 here, Kraken lead 2-1 over the Avalanche. Avalanche shots on goal lead of 33-25 for the Kraken. It has been a tight game both ways. And Eberle touched it offside, so we'll get a face-off outside the Avalanche end with 3:37 left. Oh, boy. I'll be right back. I just have to grab something real quick. All right. Had to grab the watch with the heart rate monitor on it just to see where we're at going into these last few minutes. If the Avs lose because we can't stay on side, I'll be so disappointed. Well, that is why the second goal came off the board. It has been a problem for the Avalanche throughout this series. Avalanche have been offside a lot in this series. It's hard to tell what Dane's saying there, but I think he's saying go Leafs. Hard to say for sure, though. Some anchors from Hockey 2022. Appreciate that. Love to see those anchors. You're doing a fantastic job. Shotcasting. I'm out at camp for work and would have no other way of watching. Yeah. If only the NHL could figure a way to make it easy for people to watch it. You'd think that the best hockey league in the world would have a way so that fans could watch that would be as easy as joining a YouTube stream. But no. Appreciate you joining, and I'm glad to help you experience the games if there's no other way to do it. Who will win the honor of losing to the Stars? Diego already getting spicy in here. Although I got to be honest with, again, like I said, I feel like the Stars are coming out of the West. But so I don't know that I can argue with you, but 3:37 left. Kraken, if they can hold on, will advance to face the Stars in the second round. The Avalanche will have to get a late comeback here to keep their chances of defending their cup title alive. Larson plays the puck behind the Kraken net. Out in front. Oh, O'Connor puts it wide. Oh, Gord has it. Up to Bjorkstrand. And Bjorkstrand will play it out into the Tolvanen. Oh, it's out. Get to it. Get to it. Empty net. Fire it. Shoot it. Oh, no, he couldn't get to it. Oh, he just couldn't get it on his stick. Oh. Oh. Bjorkstrand just couldn't get that puck to settle down. Georgiev dove way out of the net, and it was empty for Bjorkstrand to have the hat trick. He just could not get that puck to settle. Back out, 2-on-1. 2-on-1. Schwartz blocked and frozen by Georgiev. Oh. 2:44 left. O'Connor. Oh, and Alexiak kind of flashing in front might have given Grubauer a bit of a screen there trying to get the block. Oh, just flubbed off the stick of Schwartz. I don't know if Gerard got a piece of that. Empty net soon. Yeah, I would think the Avs go empty net here pretty soon. 2:44 left. It's in the face-offs in the Colorado zone, so I would think as soon as they can get it into the Kraken end, they're going to try and get Georgiev out and the first line out there as well. Currently, it looks like it's not even the second line. It's Eller, Hyman, and I can't see who the third is for the forward end of the. I think it's Gerard and Byram. No, it's Byram and Taves defensively. Oh, and O'Connor's the third forward. So the Avs do win the faceoff. That would have been a nice faceoff to win for the Kraken, as they would have been able to hold the goaltender in for a little bit longer. It is all the way in, chipped in, so no icing, but the Kraken have it. Get it out to Schwartz. Georgiev's still in net. Tanev will feed it in as Wemberg will go in and try and kill time behind the Avalanche net. He's got the puck up against the boards between, I think that's Gerard and Comfer. Not Gerard, sorry, Ehlers. Super chat, John Riley, let's go Kraken, absolutely appreciate the $5. Picked off, out in front, Bjork, off the post! Oh, Bjorkstrand, the hat trick goes off the post. Oh, he's had 3 great looks. 2 minutes left. Oh, Bjorkstrand had another bit at the hat trick. Makar just flubs the pass. Gord gets to it. Oh, and it's off the post. He beat Georgiev glove side again, but just off the post. It went off the inside of the post and stayed out. Some interesting camera work there. Are they keeping the third line out there? I'm assuming the Avs have to have their first line out there at this point. 2 minutes left. Face-off in the Avalanche end. This is a huge face-off for the Kraken to win to kill off a little bit more time. Just off I guess it did hit the post pretty square. There's a timeout called. I don't know who called it, but that's actually, I think, a good thing for the Kraken. They just had the third line out there, and now they can get that third line a bit of a breather. So this might be the Kraken calling the timeout here. Oh, 2 minutes left, 1:58. Was on Twitter, some Western Seaboard folks earlier. We're up over 800 in the chat. Appreciate everyone. Thank you for joining. 2-1, Kraken lead here. 2 minutes left in third period of Game 7. The Avalanche have been leading in shots on goal all game. Still do 34-27, but the Kraken, with a face-off in the Avalanche end, have a chance to ice these last 2 minutes away and come away with a first-round victory in their first appearance in the Stanley Cup playoffs. But it is a long 2 minutes. It is a long 2 minutes if you're a Kraken fan. Oh, boy. All right, Gord versus Rantanen for the face-off. Rantanen wins it back for Taves. Makar behind the Avalanche net. The Avalanche will get out. They're going to be looking to pull. There goes Georgiev right away. Kraken with the puck. They get it out. Fed out. Sixth man is out there as Makar circles down into the Avalanche end. He tries to get it up. Does to, I think that's Lehkonen. Larson has it in the corner. Fought along the boards. 1:30 now. Almost 1:30. Still fought along the boards. Rodriguez, the sixth man in. Still fighting along the boards. The Kraken are able to not keep it there as it's out. Makar has it now clean at the blue line. Across to Rantanen. Rantanen up by the blue line down to McKinnon. McKinnon down to the side. That's Comfer. Comfer to Makar. Makar up by the blue line. Makar back down. Out to Comfer. Comfer looks for the shot. Isn't there. Shot. Oh, it bounces out. Stays out. Comfer still fighting for it. Gord lays the hit. Fought for it. Larson has it. Under a minute left. Comes out. Makar to the other side. One-timer fanned on by Rantanen. It's in his feet. It comes out. Bjorkstrand will chase it down. Do we have an icing? We do. Icing. It'll come back down to the Kraken end with 44 seconds left. Oh, boy. I guess they took a shot off the board for the Avalanche, so shots are still 27-33. They have not gotten one with the extra man yet. I'm probably going to miss some chats here. I'm just going to keep my eyes on the game just in case someone's ahead of me and beats me to it in the chat. Kraken lead 2-1. The Avalanche did have it tied up early on in the third period, but it came back on an obvious offside from Lehkonen. entering the zone. Both goals for the Kraken for Bjorkstrand. One of them, a weird deflection in front of the net that goes off the elbow of Ben Myers. So kind of a bit of an unfortunate bounce for the Avalanche and a bit of an own goal there on the unlucky bounce. And then the second one, Bjorkstrand on a break, puts it into the net to give the Kraken the 2-0 lead. Avalanche get a late one in the second period. So far, all 3 goals coming in the second period of this game. Avalanche got one in the final seconds of the second period on a power play from McKinnon. McKinnon scored again in the third, but again, like I said, Lehkonen clearly offside, so that one came back. And that brings us, with no scoring here, Bjorkstrand has a couple of chances. He's had a couple of chances to finish off the hat trick. Hasn't been able to, and we're still scoreless here in the third with 44.5 seconds left. Face-off in the Kraken end. It's Gord versus Rantanen. It'll be a long 44 seconds. Puck is dropped, and it is blown dead by the ref. We'll get another drop. I don't know if they're going to kick Gord out here. Gord is arguing something, so I think Gord might be getting kicked. Nope, Gord's still there. So they'll do it again. Gordon Rantanen still one more time. Rantanen cheats it a bit, wins the face-off. Makar, out to the side, shot. Goes wide. Out in the corner, Larson fighting for it. Just keep it along the boards. Keep it along the boards. Under 30. Back for Makar. Makar down to the corner. It's McKinnon with it. Circling around. He's looking for a pass. He isn't able to find one. Gord hounding him. Out to Bjorkstrand. Oh, no. Oh, Bjorkstrand couldn't keep his feet. He goes off for a change. 10 seconds left. He couldn't find the empty net. Fed in. Lehkonen puts it in behind the net. 4 seconds left. 2 seconds left. 1. The Kraken win! 2-1! The Kraken move on to face the Dallas Stars in the second round. They win Game 7 and take the series 4-3, defeating the defending champs. Let's go! Woo! Oh my goodness. Philip Grubauer robs his old team in the Avalanche of a Game 7 win, saving 33 of 34 and some massive saves in the first period, especially on Nathan McKinnon, as the Avalanche await the high five line, and they'll have to come back next season to try and make it 2 and 3 years. Super chat from Ray, appreciate it. Stars fan here. The state of Texas thanks you for home ice and happily welcomes you to Dallas. Going to be a great series. It will be. We'll be at odds. We'll be at odds in that series, Ray, but for now, you're welcome. You're welcome for the home ice and for taking care of your conference rival. Kraken win their first playoff series. Obviously, the first playoff series win in franchise history, as it's the first playoff series period in franchise history. Bjorkstrand with both goals for the Kraken. Oh my goodness. And just like Bjorkstrand, this is the second playoff, actually he's played more than that, second playoff series win for Bjorkstrand. The first one he played in was that sweep of the Lightning when he was in Columbus. Both that series and this one, Bjorkstrand with the game-winning goal, both times called by John Forsland. So, fun little side fact there. High five line. High fives and a lot of love there between McKinnon and Grubauer. Grubauer and his old teammates. And Grubauer was massive in this series. Make no mistake, the Kraken are not moving on to this second round if Grubauer was anything other than spectacular in this series. Oh, almost the first ever Game 7 win. Avs had, wow, Bjorky and Gruby put on clinics. Bjorkstrand with both goals. Grubauer, 33 saves on 34 shots, and the one that beat him was just another one where you tip your hat to McKinnon with the bullet on the power play. So the Avalanche will face the Dallas Stars in round 2. No idea when that series starts just yet, but it'll start in Dallas with games 1 and 2. And the Kraken season that nobody thought would get this far will just continue to build as the Kraken continue to prove people wrong. No one thought the Kraken would even sniff the playoffs. No one thought the Kraken would get past 5 games in round 1, and yet here they are, moving on to round 2. KJ, heck yeah, thanks for the coverage. My stream died in the last minute or so. I think a bit of my fingernails off. I think I bit a bit of my fingernails off. Oh my goodness, if I hadn't had to be if I hadn't had to be talking and streaming through that last seconds, I might have been biting off my fingernails right there with you. On to Dallas. Thanks for the amazing stream. Appreciate everyone who's joined. Oh, what a game. What a game. What a series from the Kraken. What a series. Seattle stay winning over Denver. Again, yep. Seattle sports just continue their domination of Colorado sports. Kraken Panthers final would be the best thing ever. The greatest first round impression. Hartford loss. Kraken win their first series. Kraken are the first team in NHL history to win their first playoff series against the defending champions. 3 other teams had the chance: the Hartford Whalers, the DC Capitals, and the Columbus Blue Jackets, all of them losing it. We got it. $20 here from Nukaway. Appreciate it. Flying the #1 flag there. Oh, Kraken got 12 more wins before the Kraken are truly #1, but tonight they might as well be, as the Kraken and Florida Panthers both complete the upsets in Game 7 tonight. The Kraken defeating the defending champs, and obviously earlier in the night, the Panthers defeating the NHL record-setting Bruins. Big night for underdogs and road teams, as the Kraken take 3 of 4 in Colorado to win the series 4-3. Oh, Russ. Steve says Russ jinxed Colorado. I don't know. The domination of Colorado sports started well before Russ went there. Heck, the biggest win that Seattle has had over Colorado sports still, Russell was at the helm of the Seattle team. So let's not forget that. Oh, man. Thank you again all for joining. I see we've started to go down a bit after the end of the game, but all of you that have hung in here, thank you very much. We'll hang on for a few more minutes, but I will need to regroup here at some point before seeing what is left of my voice come the R&R, as we'll get at least 4 more. Another super chat here from Milan. Appreciate it. Big smiley face. Absolutely. I bought the Kraken official beer hoping it would give us an edge drinking the last one. Now cheers to the Kraken stash. Absolutely. Thanks for the stream. Kraken have been a lot of vets, and we're going on the road all season, but this obviously is huge for the franchise. It would be very, very embarrassing if the Kraken beat the best of the Leafs, but that might be our curse. Man, Avs are the best. Not in this series, they weren't. They were last year. No question about it, they were last year, but not this year. Not this year, and not in this series. I feel like I'm going to stress cry, go Kraken. I'm sad. Sorry, Cam. Sorry, but I fortunately wouldn't have it any other way. All I can say is be a Kraken fan, and then you can be happy. At least tonight, anyway. But this is wild. Round 2. Absolutely. Round 2. The Kraken are headed to round 2. Thank you for the stream. Absolutely. Pop the champagne. We made it through. Hockey, they don't really do that. It's not quite like baseball, where baseball, they'll like any excuse to pop champagne in baseball, they do it. Hockey, they pretty much save the champagne for once you got the cup in the air. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for the coverage. Rest up for Dallas. Still got to get through the R&R, and then we'll have a series preview video that I've already started prepping the series preview. Already started prepping the series preview for Dallas just in case. Now, to be fair, I also was starting to prep for a post-mortem on the season as well, because I didn't want to jinx it by just prepping for what if the Kraken wins. So I prepped for both outcomes. But we'll get the R&R still. We'll have the season preview for Dallas, and hopefully a couple of days break. I would not mind a couple of days break, but we'll see when the schedule comes out for round 2. We'll see if that schedule will come out here pretty soon. Obviously, still one more game to decide what teams are in round 2, as Rangers and Devils will play their game 7 tomorrow to see who the last team into round 2 is. Awesome win. I'm a Leafs fan, but Nathan McKinnon lives down the road from me. Oh, how about that? I love him, but glad to see a new champion this year. Plus, Kraken have the nicest jerseys in the league. I'm not going to disagree with you there. You live down the street from Nathan McKinnon, though. That's pretty cool. Hey, my brother's a Knights fan. Kurt, yes. 2-1. Gruby was great tonight. Gruby was fantastic this entire series. Tonight was probably his best game of the series, but he's fantastic all the way through. Shot of Kraken rum for the win. I got some right back there. Which one is it? That one? We'll see if we pop that one out. Maybe. Maybe pop that one out. I wish I could hug you right now. Appreciate it, Riley. We'll hug through the internet. We're all hugging through the internet, except for Avs fans who will give the handshake to Avs fans. Handshake line for Avs fans. I'm so happy the Kraken won. Not for me, but for you. Appreciate it, John. Night, bro. Later again. Thank you everyone for joining. If you can hit the like on the way out, that would be appreciated. But again, thank you for joining at the very least. And hopefully I'll see you guys in the R&R afterwards. We'll have that tomorrow at some point. Got to save some of my voice for that. 1 series down. A few more to go. 3 more. 3 more exactly. 12 more wins. 4 wins in, 12 more to go if the Kraken are going to go all the way. Everything past the series is just gravy now. Time to release the Kraken to the stars. Release, please. Gruby doing backflips with handstand finish this game. When are you going to update the series to 4-3 Kraken? I suppose I could do that. You know what? Here we go. Let's do that. Let's do it right now. Why not? I don't know how much longer we'll keep this going, but just for that time, I'll... There we go. File. Save copy. PNG. 5 thumb. Okay. There we go. There we go. Now it's up there. Now we got the 4-3 up there. Keep it going for a little bit, and then I'll take a breather, and we'll get to the R&R here in a bit. Well, recording the R&R. It won't be out until tomorrow at some point. What a season. Panthers eliminate Boston after their record-setting season. I put that part in myself there. Well, with the best regular season, you said it too. And Kraken eliminate the defending champs. Toronto eliminates anyone at all. Absolutely, Paul. Couldn't have said it better. Panthers defeat the record-setting Bruins. Grubauer getting a stuffed fish from Piper Shaw there. Scott, you look like Daffy Duck. I'm gonna take that as a compliment because I know you like ducks, Riley. So I'm gonna take that as a compliment. Your game is Tuesday, is it? Oh, I didn't see the schedule. Is it really Tuesday? Man, that does not give me a lot of time. It's gonna be a busy day off if that is true. See if they've released that schedule. NHL schedule. Seattle, Dallas on Tuesday. Yep. Tuesday at 6:30. So we'll be streaming on Tuesday at 6:30, I guess. Tuesday at 6:30 in Dallas. Well, I'll be here in the Seattle area streaming, but the game's in Dallas, so we'll be streaming it again. Dang it. I could have done with an extra day off. And by day off, I mean an extra day to get the series preview video out and stuff. Well, with that, I really probably should be getting to wrapping this one up so I can get to the recording the R&R, and then yeah, we'll have to figure out tomorrow because I need to I'll need to edit the R&R and then get together a series preview. The series preview video might not be quite as in depth as the one for Colorado was, just because of the quick turnaround. But yeah, I'll be streaming the game like this one. So I'll be doing like a watch along stream on YouTube for Dallas on Tuesday. Oh shoot, and I have Monday. Yeah, we'll figure that out. Yeah. So, but I think it said it was on ESPN. So the game itself will be on ESPN. So if you have ESPN Plus or YouTube TV or cable with ESPN, then you'll be able to watch the game. And then I'll be streaming here on YouTube just like this one. Thunderbirds 1-2. Let's go Thunderbirds. Unfortunately, the Coachella Valley Firebirds unfortunately did not win tonight. They are down 2-1 to Colorado in that series, but they can bounce back. I'm a Leafs fan in Vancouver. I'm so pumped for Toronto and Seattle right now. Let's go. Let's go. Jonas Him says, clap hands and thumbs up. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Best playoffs ever. Let's go. Best playoffs ever. Best playoffs ever, at least from a Seattle standpoint. Kraken released. Kraken released indeed. See you Tuesday. Salute to the Kraken. All right. With that, I think we've got one more minute, so we'll get a couple more chats in here. And once we hit 9:30, I'm gonna call it so I can again get ready for this R&R and then right into the review as well. How's your heart and liver? Liver's fine. I stuck to no alcohol for now, though. I might have a beer to celebrate. And the heart is definitely a bit up right now. Pumping at a good, I think we're down from 90 to 80 beats per minute right now, but definitely well up above average. It will be on ESPN Plus. It should be on ESPN Plus because it's on ESPN. The game one in Dallas will be on ESPN, so I'd imagine it'll be on ESPN Plus. Of course, that being said, I don't know if actually no, they shouldn't have any blackouts because I think the rest of the way it's all national broadcast. There's no more local broadcasts the rest of the playoffs, I'm pretty sure. Thanks for the stream. Have a good night. Thanks again. We have hit 9:30, so I'm going to call it there. But thank you again for everyone who joined for this stream. Biggest stream we've had, I'm pretty sure, since the since the entry draft when the Kraken drafted Beniers second overall. So massive stream tonight for the Kraken winning Game 7 against the Colorado Avalanche. Thank you all for joining, helping out the channel, the super chats, and all that. Very much appreciate it. And hopefully I'll see all of you guys and gals for Dallas Game 1 on Tuesday. One more here. I'm not a Seattle fan, but congrats on your first playoff series win. Best of luck going forward. Appreciate it. Riley says, I had fun. So did I. Egginator, let's go Kraken. Absolutely. All right. That's it. I got to call it at some point. So once again, thank you all for joining. If you did like or enjoy this stream, there's a like button and a subscribe button if you haven't already for that. Feel free to do that. We got more streams coming. Post-game video. Hopefully some amount of a series preview for Dallas coming. And yeah. Thank you again. One last one. JLM here with the $2. Appreciate it, JLM. Getting it in under the buzzer. Appreciate it. We shouldn't have been underestimated. No, JLM. The Kraken should not have been underestimated. And they have been all season, preseason, through the season, postseason. They have been, and they keep proving people wrong. Anyway, thanks again. See y'all next time. Stay safe out there. Be good to each other. God bless, and go Kraken. Oh, Dallas next.